It's a new year, so that can only mean one thing.
It's time for those New Year resolutions.
And it's the perfect time to start a new hobby.
Jewellery Maker, Sewing Street and HobbyMaker are here whether you're starting something new or advancing your skills on a current hobby.
With all the tools you need to start, as well as expert demonstrations from our great guests.
Are you starting a new hobby this January? Share your new makes with us by tagging Jewellery Maker, HobbyMaker or Sewing Street using the hashtag #NewYearNewHobby.
And watch us every day from 8 AM to 1 PM on Jewellery Maker.
On HobbyMaker, 6 to 8 AM and 1 to 6 PM.
And 8 AM till 1 PM on Sewing Street.
Hello everybody, good morning. It's bright, well it's not bright, but it's early. It's 6 o'clock in the morning and we are live. We are HobbyMaker with Wake Up to HobbyMaker for the next couple of hours. Then of course it's Sewing Street and Jewellery Maker, and then we're back again between 1 and 6. That's what we do every single weekday. I'm Dave Bradford, if we've never met before. Lovely to have your company this morning, and if you want to get in touch with us, we're a bit more kind of relaxed and chilled out, and we kind of start the day nice and easily on Wake Up to HobbyMaker. If you want to maybe put the kettle on, have a slice of toast or something, and just get in touch with us. Say hello to us. We'd love to hear from you this morning. Obviously, if you want to buy something, that's fantastic. You can order it on the website, order it on the free phone number, but you can send us a message via the website, which is hobbymaker.co.uk. Go there and you can send a message to the studio, that little bar there, that you can tap a little message, whether it's a question, whether it's a comment or whatever. Just want to say hello. We want to say hello to a friend who's got a birthday today, anything like that. You can send it in to us. Alex, who's in the gallery, will then pop it on the screen just like this, and it's instant and it's free. So dead easy to do. And of course, there's no charge for that whatsoever. There it is. It comes. Oops, it's waking up. There we are. Dave, you're looking cool. Cheers. Thanks, Alex. You too. Actually, let me show you how cool the team are this morning. They're well on it. We've got in the gallery Ollie directing. Morning, Ollie. There he is. We've also got Michael, who's on floor, but he's in there with Ollie at the moment, sorting something out. And we've also got Alex, extraordinaire producer. There he is. He's the guy that will be taking your messages and putting them on the screen and sorting everything out as well as the show goes on, giving you all the brilliant deals and prices. Can I just give you a little bit of a heads up? Now, between you and I, we were hoping that we were going to get the HobbyMaker calendars in before the end of 2022. Now, with everything going on around the world and global logistics and delays and things like that, it came in literally yesterday. Now, I can't offer it for sale yet, but come 7 o'clock, Andy is going to be joining me, and we're going to be launching the brand new HobbyMaker desk calendar for 2023. Now, we know because loads of you have told us that you've got a soft spot for HobbyMaker, and if you'd like to fly our flag and have this desk organizer calendar on your craft desk, on your work desk at work or wherever, this is going to be launching, great price for it, coming up at 9 o'clock today. It's more than just a calendar. It's like, it's got like the post-it note sort of idea going on there as well. You've got all these kind of little coloured sticky labels as well that you can put in your journals and in your diaries and on the calendar as well. So this is coming up. Loads of you I know want one. 7 o'clock this morning, so less than an hour to wait, and we'll be bringing you a brilliant brand new HobbyMaker calendar. Now, what's in the show then? What's in between 6 and 7? Well, it's literally a pick of some of the highlights. Now, we have got some HobbyMaker shows coming up later on today with the lovely Anne-Marie. We've also got a brand new supplier to HobbyMaker. Clever Prints are going to be here for a couple of shows as well. That's in the afternoon. But we've got some extra hunky-dory goodness for you in the show to kick off the morning. Now, if you've never shopped with us before, if you're just channel surfing, you're on the internet, whatever, maybe your friends recommended us or anything like that, and you wonder how you can order on the free phone number, which is down there. 0800 001 4433. I can't believe I actually did that because normally I get it wrong. 0800 001 4433, free phone number. And the website is hobbymaker.co.uk. And you'll see, I'm pretty sure, everything that's in the show. If you go there, if you've got to rush for a bus or a train or something like that, you can have a little look on the way on your phone and on your tablet too. But let me show you what Hunky Dory I think do the best. They do everything brilliantly. But when it comes to card kits, that's what I think they're firstly well known for globally. Now, this is the Rose Quartz Dreams. Now, it's an A4 pad, but what it is it's a card kit in a pad form. So you've got everything you need to make a card, apart from the adhesive, in every single page. Now, these are gorgeous. They really, really are. Rose Quartz is the actual name of it. Now, if I lift up the pad here and show you the first page, look at this. I mean, normally these are loose leaf. And you buy them in kits and you get like half a dozen sheets or whatever. But this is actually bound in a pad, which I think is such a great idea. And look at the colorways, look at the foiling, all die cut. You don't have to cut it out with scissors. It's all literally pop out. So very simple, very, very easy and very luxurious. You get 4 sheets of your toppers, and there are numerous toppers on each sheet. So you can make at least maybe 4 or 5 cards from each of these sheets. And then, as if by magic, the toppers become cardstock. You've then got 4 sheets of your printed and foiled cardstock, and a further 4 sheets of your printed cardstock as well. So there's 12 sheets in total, including your toppers, the printed card, and the printed and foiled. And then at the back, very cleverly, you get included your inserts as well, which are printed beautifully, light printing on there, so that can go inside your card as well. The whole thing in one pad is a brilliant gift idea for someone who's maybe starting out in card making. You've got everything you need. Everything you need in one purchase, and that rose quartz is lovely. Some of the themes that you've got in there, you've got a beautiful, like a Venetian mask effect. You've got your butterflies, all die cut for you. They all just literally pop out. You've got birthday wishes, let hope bloom, many thanks, lots of love. The swans are gorgeous. I mean, Valentine's in February, that would make an amazing Valentine's card, the 2 swans' necks, making that love heart. Isn't that gorgeous? STHD09 is the product code if you fancy this pad today. Now, want to get hold of this? What do you reckon it will be? Let's get our first item underway. Let's show you the deal that we can do for you today. How about this for an amazing price? £11.99 is all this is. I reckon you can make at least, they say on here, you can make at least 16 cards. I reckon you can make that go a lot further than that if you use the cardstock you've already got at home. £11.99. If you love the theme, if you love rose quartz, the gemstone of romance and love, but of course it's more about the colour really than anything else. That Venetian mask, the beautiful gown, the evening gown, the beautiful swans for the symbol of love. £11.99 from Hunky Dory, delivered to your door, remember, for £3.95 P&P. And again, the main thing that everyone loves, whenever we meet people out and about, if we go to shows and things like that, people always come up and say the same thing, that they love the fact that our P&P is capped for the whole day. It's not per order or per item, it's per day. So anything you order from midnight last night to midnight tonight, you'll only pay a maximum of £3.95 shipping and handling postage, which is fantastic. It really, really is. And by the way, if you ordered anything yesterday, check your emails today. You should have a confirmation email showing everything that you bought during the day, listing it for you from all the different suppliers. And then at the bottom, it will say 1 postage of £3.95. So anything you order today, you'll get a confirmation email first thing tomorrow morning, telling you what you've bought, confirming what you've bought, where it's coming from, and your capped P&P of £3.95. So that one is your Rose Quartz Dreams. We've also got another one, same sort of idea. Now, I know historically, this has been one of the most popular ones that Hunky Dory have done. This is the Animal Kingdom. Look at this. So you've got all of your favourite wild animals in here. This is absolutely gorgeous. The artwork is stunning. Look at this. Look at those beautiful tigers, the leopards as well, the cheetahs. Isn't that just stunning artwork? Again, everything die cut. So the actual topper in the middle, that just pops out, but then you've got a further, 2 or 3 frames around it as well, which you can put at different heights with your foam pads and your glue gel if you want to as well. This is also coming down to that equally brilliant price of £11.99. The elephants, that image of the elephants is amazing. You've got there your zebras, you've got your giraffes as well. Then, what's next? We've then got the whales, we've got the dolphins, the turtles, the marine life, that fantastic tropical fish there that you can see. I'm not quite sure. This looks like Nemo. Looks a bit like Nemo. Then we go on to your flamingos. You've got your tropical birds. You've got your beautiful peacocks there as well. All of those wonderful toppers. Then we come on to the printed and foiled cardstock. So you can see that accent foiling there is stunning. There's the dolphins leaping about, jumping out of the water. There's the peacock and the feathers with the gold foiling as well. The elephants too. So that's your printed and foiled. Then a further 4 sheets of printed cardstock as well. That's got your flamingos and that beautiful pink. Then you've got your, are they cheetahs? Yeah, I think so. Yep. Then you've got your giraffes. And then there's the whales again. And then you've got the inserts at the back. So 8 sheets of inserts, 4 sheets of printed card, 4 sheets of printed and foiled, and 4 sheets of the toppers. If you love your wildlife, maybe you make cards for wildlife charities. Shirley in Moray's in. Hello, Shirley. Good morning. $11.99. You can, I reckon, make at least probably, if you're quite frugal with what's in there, you could probably get between, well, they say 16 cards, but I reckon you could probably get 20, maybe a few more as well if you're quite sparing with what's in there. But what a price, a brilliant price. QEHD 43, just £11.99 is all this is for wonderful hunky-dory cardstock quality. All adorable, scoreable, of course, apart from the paper. The inserts aren't, but the cardstock is, and beautifully foiled and beautifully printed. So that's £11.99, QEHD 43, QEHD 43. Now, what we do every 6 o'clock show in the morning, Monday through Friday, we like to give you a chance to win a credit on your account, okay? Now, we're going to do a little bit of a quiz, a little bit of a competition. Now, what, I don't know what competition we're doing. Okay, there's going to be an item that's going to flash on the screen every so often. Okay, do we have to count how many times or? Okay, so how many times do you see the item and what could it be? What is that item and how many times will you see it pop up on the screen during the show? So this one doesn't count, okay? So you're currently at 0. That's what you're looking out for. Tell me how many times you see it after this show now, and then tell me exactly what you think it is. And those of you that get the number right and also get the description of what the product is correct, you'll get yourself a £25 account credit if you're the one that gets drawn out of the hat, okay? Now you've got to get your answers in by 10 to 7. So between now and 10 to 7, count how many times you see what was on the screen a few minutes ago. And it's got to be when we flash it up, not when it's actually on the counter. When we actually flash it up on the screen, just count that, how many times you see it, and then we'll give one of you an account credit of £25 before 7 o'clock this morning, okay? Now, loads of you are coming in for that fantastic Animal Kingdom pad. Remember, it's only £11.99. Sylvia, Shirley, Crafter, Sylvia in Hampshire, and Shirley in Moray, they've checked out as well with this. Maybe you bought one before, maybe you've used it up and you loved it so much, you got lots of compliments about it. Maybe your cards literally flew off the shelf. If that's the case, stock up to date. You can buy a couple of them, 3 of them if you want to. We don't limit it to 1 per customer, just £11.99 for that today. And don't forget the rose quartz one is there as well. QEHD 43. Right, now, we've got lots in the show, loads to show you. Okay, now the layering stamps, let me show you this. I'm going to actually kind of show you how these work because these are brilliant. Now these are from Hunky Dory as well, for the love of stamps. Now layering stamps are brilliant because what you've got here is basically one butterfly, but you've got various different levels of detail. So you've got layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. Now the idea is that you can actually use different colours or different shades of one colour, like a dark, a medium and a light in different colourways, and it makes the butterfly 3-dimensional. So you're going to get all of these sets, okay? So you get that butterfly, you get this one, and you haven't got to kind of guess which one is layer 1, which one is layer 2, which one's layer 3. They're all labelled for you on the carrier sheet, like there, for example. Layer 1 is the block colour, that goes down first. Layer 2's got a little bit of detail in it, and then layer 3 has got the maximum amount of detail on it, okay? Then we've got the larger ones, slightly larger, and this one's actually got 4 layers on it, this particular one, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I turn it around, you can see the sort of effect you can create by using different colourways of your inks, whether it's the Prism inks you use or whatever other brand it might be. They all work in exactly the same way. And then the largest one is this one just here. This is the swallowtail butterfly. So again, that would be the first layer, that would be the second, and so on. And eventually, when you add all the layers together, you end up with something like that. Now, let me just get one of these and show you exactly the concept, because it's a relatively new thing. Now, if I just get my cardstock here for a second. Now, let me just show you. Now, I'm using a stamping platform, but you can equally use an acrylic block if you want to. Now, what I'm going to do first of all is just take the first layer, okay? So that is the block layer. I'm just going to pop it onto my cardstock, hold my cardstock in place with the magnets, of course, on the stamping platform. And what I'm going to use first of all is the lightest colour. I'm going to use kind of 3 shades of green. I've got the Prism ink pads from Hunky Dory here. So let me just pop this onto my stamping platform. There we go. And all I do first of all is just ink up my base stamp. It's dead easy. It's dead simple. Nothing difficult about this whatsoever. Now, we have crashed the price of these stamps. All of them have gone down now to $29.90. How many stamp sets was that? 1, 2, 3, 4 stamp sets. But they all work in exactly the same way. So let me just put my stamp down using my platform. There we go. That gives me my base layer, okay? So that's the first layer of my stamps. Take that off, that's layer 1. Then I go to what tells me is layer 2. And the carrier sheet is actually printed with layer 2, so that's this one here. So I just put that over the top of the first layer, line it up so it's in the center, then get my stamping platform to pick it up, then ink it with the next color. So what I'm going to do now is a slightly darker shade of green. So here we go, just ink that up there. And I tell you what, it's so much fun and so rewarding. Normally, stamps are just one layer and one color. And then you end up colouring them in with your pens or your paintbrushes or whatever. But this is a way of letting the stamps do the actual colouring for you. So this is layer 2. Bit of pressure. That's the second layer. So already you can see the butterflies kind of coming into shape here very nicely. And then the last layer is the one that's always got the most detail in it. So again, I'm going to put that over the top, layer it up. That's got the antenna on it as well. When I'm happy with the position, I put my stamping platform over the top, pick up the stamp, turn it over, and then ink it with the darkest colour. Okay, now you can actually do like pop art with this as well, like Warhol-esque, if you use psychedelic colours, you know, like kind of luminous inks, that sort of thing. You know, you don't necessarily have to have the same colour family. You can do it in, you know, bright, vivid, multicolours, and you end up with something really kind of pop arty and really out there. So this is going to make the whole butterfly kind of come to life now, okay, with the third layer. These layering stamps are great. They really are great fun. Look at this. There it is. Now it looks three-dimensional. It doesn't look like a stamp. It looks like a photo that you've done with 3 different colorways. But look at that. And all of those butterflies work in exactly the same way. But they're all different, okay? And, you know, Alex, my producer, came in and he said, have you just done that? And I said, yeah, absolutely. He said, have you done that then? It's the layering stamp techniques. It's absolutely brilliant. It's literally step by step, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4 on the larger ones. And you've then got that wonderful 3-dimensional butterfly, which I think anyone would be proud of, definitely. Now, the price at $29.90, I think you'll agree is amazing because you're going to get a lot of stamps. I don't know quantity-wise how many stamps you get, but you get a lot. You've also got some verses on there as well. It's not just the butterflies. Thank you so very much. Butterfly kisses. What else have we got here verse-wise? We've got flying by to say happy birthday. Butterflies appear when loved ones are near. So you get that large one. Let me show you all of them again. And they are huge. They're huge stamps. But look, to give you the inspiration, look how you don't have to use the same colour families. Use reds and blues, dark browns and blacks, and that is just amazing. How else could you do that? I mean, maybe you're a very accomplished colorist and you can do it with your pens and your paintbrushes, but I mean, the stamps will do the hard work for you with all the inks that you've got at home. Alexandra in West Midlands, morning to you. Mary in Lanark as well, morning to you. So that's the first set you're going to get. You don't have to choose, you get the lot. This next one is your swallowtail butterfly. And again, that's a big, big butterfly. You can make wonderful like mobiles with them as well, have them kind of floating from like a string or something like that in a window. They'd look fantastic. Actually on windows they'd look fantastic as well. Maybe put them on like sliding doors, patio doors, so you can see when they're open and when they're closed. They'd look gorgeous. That's a slightly smaller one. That one is a silver washed fritillary butterfly. Okay, and then the last one, this one here, is your tortoiseshell butterfly. And again, all the stamping guides are on the back for you as well. Just try them with different colours. You get a totally different effect each time, but it makes it look more or less like a photograph rather than a stamping process. The whole lot for under £30. So that is two of the larger sets and 2 of the smaller sets, but that is not the price. It should be well over £35. It should be 36. We are taking it even lower. Now, this is the lowest ever price we've done these stamps for, and bearing in mind it's one of the latest techniques in stamping as well. $29.90. If you've come in and checked out, don't worry, you won't be paying $29.90. Everybody always pays the lowest price. $24.99 for all 4 sets. Alexandra, that's all you're paying. You checked out at $29.99, but you're only paying $24.99, and that confirmation email later, when you get it, will show you exactly that, $24.99 with one P&P of just £3.95. They're one of the best techniques, I think, in stamping that there's been in a long, long time, and you're going to get all 4 sets. So that works out to about £6 a set, £6.25 a set. That is pretty amazing, isn't it? YIHD 29, YIHD 29, and all 4 sets will be on their way to you. Crafter in County Down is in, Yasmin in Hampshire, Alexandra in West Midlands. You're up bright and early. And remember, you're looking out for that image that we flashed on the screen a few minutes ago. When you see it, count how many times you see it. I'm not looking for it, so I'll be told in my ear a bit later on how many times we've actually seen it, and describe to me what it is. If you get the number right and you get the description right, you could win yourself a £25 credit, okay? That's kind of before 10 to 7, and we'll let you know when the cutoff is, and then you can send your emails in, and one person will win that credit. So those are the stamps from Hunky Dory. And the Prism inks that I used, they'll be on the website. And remember, all our brands have actually got, if you go to our website, their own brand pages. So you can see everything hunky-dory if you go to hobbymaker.co.uk. Okay, now let me show you again the email to send your entries to if you want to take part in our little quiz today, our little competition, a bit of fun really. It's studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. That's the email address that you can send messages in. You can send your answer to our little kind of counting competition this morning. And if you're the person with the correct answer, or one of the people with the correct answers, you go into a draw, and then one person wins themselves a £25 account credit before 7 o'clock this morning, which is all very, very good. And don't forget, big news, coming up at 7 o'clock. If you want HobbyMaker with you every single step of the way, every minute of the day in your craft room, we've got the brand new, I only saw this for the first time yesterday, the brand new desk calendar from HobbyMaker launches at 7 o'clock this morning. And just a little bit of a heads up, if you buy the calendar, there's a unique 20% off discount code on the calendar that's printed that you can use at any point once during 2023, okay? So that is going to be money very well spent, and you'll have HobbyMaker with you every step of the way, every single minute of the day. All right, now, where next? Where do you want to go next, Alex? Prism sprays. Let's do the Prism sprays. Let me show you the effect that the Prism sprays can create. These are again from Hunky Dory. So they have like brand names within the Hunky Dory umbrella. Prism is their inks and their sprays, all that sort of thing. Now, when the Prism inks, the sprays dry, look at the effect you can create. You've got that wonderful mist and that gorgeous kind of shimmer and coming off that the mica. So you get a lovely, when the wetness dies away and dries out, you get that wonderful shimmer. Great for your backgrounds. Now what you've got here are a selection of 12 shimmer mists from Hunky Dory and Prism in all these wonderful colorways. And these are new colorways for 2023. So you've got a lovely selection of greens on the top here, going down to your purples and your mauves and your reds, through to your oranges and your blues as well. Now, there's a little ball bearing inside these. Now, if I just lift this up, now the little ball bearing in there is there to shake the mica, because what you'll find is mica is heavier than the solution that it's actually in. So it will, when you're not using it, sink to the bottom. So all you have to, you can either do it like this. That's a better way of actually kind of mixing it rather than shaking it up and down. If you shake it up and down, you can sometimes clog your nozzle. So don't do what I did, do what I'm doing now. This is the way to actually kind of mix the mica and mix the shimmer mists. And then just simply spray. That's all you've got to do. Look at that. From a distance, you get a lovely light mist. Get a bit closer, you get a more kind of very deliberate dash of colour. Now let that dry, takes a couple of minutes to dry, and what you'll find is that you get the most incredible shimmer and shine coming off of this, and you get all 12 of them, and a little bit goes a long, long way. It really, really does. So for making those fantastic backgrounds, I'm just going to kind of saturate the paper, get a few colours going on here. Let's get this one. This is a peach. So again, don't shake it, Dave. Rub it between the hands. Shake up the mica. And I'll just leave this to dry on the counter. Oh, here we go. Hours and hours and hours of fun with this. So let me just let that dry. I'll put it over here and I'll come back to it a little bit later on, and you'll see the effect that it can create. Obviously keep it flat, otherwise it will start to run. So I'll pop that over there. Now you get all 12 of these bottles, and we've got 3 Hunky Dory shows with Anne-Marie coming up later on. The latest magazine this afternoon is here as well. So these are the brand new colours for 2023 from Hunky Dory and Prism. You can see all the colourways you've got there. $24.99 is your price. YIHD29, if you want to go for those today. Oh, sorry. Okay, we're putting up the right details for you. We're going to get the right details for the Prism mists. Okay, 12 of these, and you can buy them individually, but the best way of buying them and the cheapest way of buying them, this is your final price. No, it's not. We're going to do better than $59.88. Okay. You're looking at about £5 a bottle at the moment, which I think you'll agree is pretty amazing value for money. £5 a bottle at the moment, but we're going to be able to bring you a better price than that this morning. What do you use your Prism inks for? You can paint with them as well. If you spritz them onto your glass mat, you can pick it up with a brush and paint with it as well if you want to. Let's get that price down this morning. We always like to get, wow, nearly £60. We've halved the price. $29.99 for all 12 of these Prism mists. You'll love them. You absolutely will love them. $29.99 for 12, that makes it £2.50 a bottle by my reckoning, which I think you'll agree is pretty incredible. Let me just show you some of the other colours. Look, this is going to be one of my favourite colours here. I'm glad that they've given me some plain card to have a little play with. What's this one called? Powder blue. Okay. Again, give it a bit of a shake. Takes a couple of sprays to get it active, and here it goes. I mean, it could be that you want to have like an old shoebox or something like that to spray into. If you're worried about the colour going everywhere. Yeah, just literally have an old shoebox or an old cardboard box or something like that your deliveries have come in over Christmas, and put what you want to spray in there. You can spray fabrics as well if you want to, spray ribbons, colour your ribbons, but just let it dry naturally. Or you can force dry it with a heat gun, but with a heat gun you can sometimes blow the colour. So just let it dry naturally, and then when it is dry, and it takes a few minutes depending on how much you put on there, it will just dry with a wonderful shimmer and shine to it. Half the price they should be. They should be £5 a bottle, and if you buy them individually, that's what you'd be charged for them at least. To get them as a set of 12, for $29.99, and if you bought them last year, these are different colours to last year's colour releases, okay? YKHD 58, working out to £2.50 a bottle for Prism Shimmer Mists. Love, love, love those. Right, now, where should we go next? Oh, could you do the punches? Okay, let me show you these punches. I'm going to show you this one first of all. These are brilliant because this punch, it's just one punch, but it does 3 different sizes of tags. This is really cool. You can do a 1.5 inch tag, a 2.5 inch tag, and a 2 inch tag. So now you can make your own tags for your journals, for your memory books, for your albums, for gifts as well. You don't have to buy another tag again. How many tags did you end up buying over Christmas? How many of them didn't you use or whatever? You can make your own out of your own cardstock. Now, all I've done before we came on air today is I've got 3 strips of card. Now, it could be craft card, it could be glitter card, it could be mirror card, it could be anything. 1.5 inches, 2 inches, 2.5 inches, okay? So let me just move this out of the way for a sec. Let me do the smallest one. The smallest one is 1.5 inches wide. You just feed that through. This, can you see in the bottom, there are 3 steps. So the middle one is 1.5 inches. The next step up is 2. The next step up is 2.5. And all you do is put the correct size of card into the slot. So if I just pop that into the punch, there we go. Feed it into the back so it can't go back any further. And then, look at that. Perfect tag. Now the tag can be as long as you want or as short as you like. It's entirely up to you. But it cuts the edges and it also gives you a little rivet in the middle as well. And you can, if you want to, it looks as if it's actually got like a reinforcement on it, but it's just literally a cut aperture. So that's your 1.5 inch tag. Next one, a 2 inch strip of cardstock. So again, you don't need to make any adjustments or anything like that. You just put it into the 2 inch slot and then push down. So you've got your 1.5 inch tag and you've got your 2 inch tag. And then lastly, the biggest one of all, is your 2.5. And you just feed that through to the back. There we go. And there is your biggest one of all. All from one punch. How cool is that? So all 3 sizes from one punch, and I bet you this is going to be probably your most used punch ever. Because who doesn't want tags? We put them in our journals, we put them in our photo albums, we put them in our diaries, we put them on our presents. You can use them in all sorts of ways on the front of cards as well. But look, I mean, that's a big tag, isn't it? Where can you find tags of that shape and size? You can make them as short as you like, as long as you like, all because it's £17.99. ARHD20. That's the product code if you want that from Hunky Dory. Whenever this is in a show, it always proves to be a bestseller. So we've got stock of it at the moment. We've got more stock in for you, and it's there if you'd like to order it today. It's one of those punches you'll just use and use and use. It'll become a workhorse, and nothing's stopping you making your own making your own tags and selling packs of tags next time you do a craft event. Think of all those designer cardstocks that you've got, all those papers and those pads that you've got of fantastic papers. And you're not quite sure what to do with them. Convert them into tags. I'll tell you what looks great as tags is craft card. Craft card looks amazing. Mirror card looks amazing. Maybe Centura Pearl would look fantastic as tags as well. So 3 different sizes, 3 different widths, but you can have them as long as you like for just £17.99. Now we've also got some, is that not the best price? Oh, okay. Okay, we're going to do better than £17.99. Now that I did not expect to go any lower than £17.99. Look at this, £14.99, £3 better off in your wallet than in ours. £14.99, if that's made you think, do you know what, I'm going to go for that. And remember, the beauty of shopping with us at HobbyMaker is not only the great deals and the great price drops that we do, but also once you've paid your postage, on any one date, you don't need to pay it again for the rest of the day up until midnight. So £14.99 plus your P&P, and then anything else you buy, if you're going to come in and buy maybe the HobbyMaker desk calendar in the next few minutes, you won't pay postage on that if you buy something in this show, all right? Now, this is flying. £14.99 if you want that punch, all right? Now, let me show you another really cool tool that I think you're going to like. And Alex, my producer, said that the other day he went round all afternoon after he'd finished work, looking for things to put holes in, including his jeans, evidently. It works on jeans. It does. He's got holy jeans now, thanks to this. Now, this is one of those tools that until you get it, you don't realise how brilliant it is. Now, this is a hole punch. So this will allow you to put holes in literally anything, whether it's to put baker's twine through or ribbon through or whatever it might be. Look, if I just show you, this is cardstock. How cool is that? A perfect spherical hole. No more kind of having to put a screwdriver in to try and make it bigger or anything like that. You just literally get perfect holes every single time. They all just kind of punch out absolutely brilliantly. Brilliant if you need a new hole in your belt, for example. Absolutely. It can go through faux leather and leather as well. But you've actually got, if I can get the top off the thing here. Here we are. Now, if you unscrew the bottom, that then allows you to take that size out. So that's a small, is that the largest one? That's the largest hole, okay. And you've actually got a little slit up the side as well, which allows you then to actually poke out the waste. And you've got other sizes in here as well. I'll show you all 3 of them. So this one is the smallest hole. There we are. Pop that in there like that. Screw up the base. Pop the cap back on. So always keep the spare heads in the top of the handle. And then, look, you've got diddy holes. And there's one in the middle as well. So that's the smallest hole that you're going to get. That's the largest hole that you're going to get. And if you want to then do the medium one, let me take that out. Unscrew it, that releases it. Pop that back in the top. And then this one is the medium size. How cool is this? And it's really well made as well. No batteries needed. It's just literally your hand and your pressure. Look at that. Always make sure that you do the hole punch on a self-healing cutting mat. Do not do it on the kitchen table or the dining room table, because you'll find you get holes in the veneer. But look, perfect every time. Every time you plunge it down, you get a perfect hole. So you can do really elaborate designs with that. You could thread ribbon through it if you wanted to. Holes to put baker's twine to on tags, that sort of thing. So it's a hole punch, but an ingenious little tool. Now, that price, Alex wants one of these. Because he's got a hole in his jeans now, he was well impressed that it went through fabric. So yeah, you could put holes in fabric if you want to. £14.99, VZHD 29. It looks like a screwdriver, but it's anything other than a screwdriver. It's the perfect hole punch. And it doesn't let you down. Every single one, perfect. Is that the final price? No. Alex wants to get this and he doesn't want to pay $14.99. He wants to get it at a better price than that. Let's take that price down. And do keep your waste as well, because they make fantastic little snowballs or shakers. $9.99, under a tenner, for a tool that you'll just use and use and use again and again and again. $9.99. Now look at all these people coming through. Yasmin in Hampshire, hello Yasmin. Anne in Buckinghamshire, Pat in Norfolk, Helen in Midlothian, Jennifer in Derbyshire, Margaret in Devon, Elaine in Lancashire, all of you coming through for the hole punch from Hunky Dory. It's not one of those things that you wake up thinking, I must buy a hole punch today, but when you see it demonstrated and you think, I'm going to use that a lot. You know, if you normally get like a pokey tool, and you're there trying to make a hole in something and it just looks really rubbish, it looks uneven, it looks rough. You know, this is giving you a professional, complete 360-degree hole, small, medium or large, whenever you want it, wherever you want it. It's just one of those tools that you'll just be so glad that you've got it. And it's kind of a bit addictive. $9.99 is your price, under a tenner. Delivered for that price if you bought something already today. Otherwise, it's $3.95 and then nothing more to pay on your P&P all day long. And judging by the response we've had on social media and messages I've had as well from people that want the HobbyMaker desk calendar, remember, we're launching it in 25 minutes. Andy's coming in, he always comes in for the big launches. It only came in yesterday and it's ready to be dispatched. I'll give you a little sneaky peek. You've got 25 minutes to wait until this launches. Not only is it a calendar, it's also got removable kind of post-it notes on there as well. You've got organizer strips there too, different colors for different events that you can put onto your calendar, put into your journals and your diaries as well. And it looks good. And if you're a HobbyMaker fan, and many of you, I'm pleased to say that you are, why not have us with you on your desk, on your craft desk? That's going to be launching in 25 minutes. We've got quite a big quantity. And they were delayed. They should have been here in December, but they came in yesterday because of all the logistic issues around the world at the moment. So yeah, we're going to be launching that. And a lot of you are tuning in at 7 and you're tuning in now early to make sure you don't miss a thing. So $9.99 for your hole punch from Hunky Dory. It's one of those great, great tools that will not let you down. And all the other heads, remember, you just keep them in the top there like that, and they're really well made. They're not kind of cheap and cheerful plastic or anything like that. They're actually really good quality metal heads there, so they should last you a lifetime, I would have thought. So there we go. So that's your hole punch. Now something else that's available that's also great for those kind of finishing touches. I mean, I'd buy the punch for the tags. I'd definitely buy the hole punch, and I'd also buy the next few punches we're going to show you. Now the next punch is a single punch on its own. So if I just show you here on this cardstock, this one is going to give you, a rounded corner, I believe. Let me just double check. That's going to give you the inverted. Okay, so this one is the inverted corner. Now, look at that. When a right angle is just not luxurious enough, or it's just a bit dull, it's just a bit boring, this is going to give you an inverted corner on your tag. Let's do the tags. Let's finish the tags off. Let's do inverted corners on the tags here. Really quick, really simple. You just pop the card in at a right angle, and then it gives you the perfect edge. Now that would look great maybe in a photo album. If you've got photos maybe going into a mount in a picture frame on the coffee table or something like that, it makes all the difference. It makes it look more fancy, makes it look more professional. And this is, where is it going to go price-wise? VZHD71, we're going to do a very, very special price that we shouldn't be doing, I've just been told. You expect extra special deals at this time in the morning, and Alex, our producer, is well up for deals this morning. $7.99. It's one of those punches you'll just use and use and use again. You know, you buy punches sometimes, shaped punches, and you find that you don't use them very much at all. But when it's going to give you a decorative corner to a photograph or a document or whatever it might be, a picture, this is something, again, that you're going to use again and again and again. It couldn't be simpler. You can't go wrong with it. You just literally pop it in, corner first, so it fits into the corner perfectly, and there is your perfect inverted circle. Now, if you like the look of this one, loads of you coming in for it. If you like the look of that one, then the next two come as a pair. Now, these are the punch rounders, rounded corners. Now, if I just show you this, if you try and do that with a pair of scissors, especially if you're doing one on one side, one on the other, it's never going to look even. It's going to look really odd and very unprofessional. So with this particular set of punches, you can achieve this. And I'm just going to cut the corner off my tag. This gives you a perfect rounded corner. There you go. Not with scissors, you don't have to draw it out or anything like that, it just gives you a perfect rounded corner. And the other one that comes with it is the smaller one. And again, you just feed that in, oops, wrong way around. Feed it in there like that. Posh that down. That gives you a slightly different effect on the edge of that one as well. So the little diddy one and the slightly larger rounded corner, that will give you that effect. Let's just pop that in again, pop it into the back. There we go. So it's a slightly different effect. So a shallower curve and a slightly more rounded curve. So both of these come as a pair, okay? Again, what would you expect to pay for these? WPHD15. That's the product code. You get both of them in your collection. If you want to go for, what would that be actually? Alex, can we work it out? How much would the label punch be with all three of the corner punch dies? Can we work that out, Alex? How much the tag punch would be together with the inverted corner and then these two? We'll add those together and let you know how much that would be. Let me get the price down first though, shall we? Now it's the lowest ever price for the pair, okay? WPHD15. They've never been this low before. £10.99 for both. £10, 99 pence gets you both of these punches. So the difference between the two is they both give you rounded corners, but one is shallower than the other, okay? So that is the larger one, and that is the slightly smaller one. So a similar effect, but slightly different. £10.99. So £10.99 plus the tag punch, plus the inverted one, that would be about £35, I think, for all three. We're just adding it up for you. But yeah, with one P&P. With one P&P of just £3.95, you can have all of these, because they kind of work together, making your tags, getting the inverted corner, getting the rounded corners as well. £33.97, not far off 35. £33.97 if you wanted the tag punch, if you wanted the inverted punch, and you wanted the two outside circular punches for the edges. Under £35, you've got the whole collection, and these, I think, will be go-to punches you'll use on a regular, daily basis. That is a fantastic product. They all are, and they are flying, absolutely flying. £10.99, though, if you want that pair to give you the rounded corners, okay? And think about where you're going to be using them. How often have you made something? Maybe you've got a picture that you're really proud of, or a topper that you've made, or anything like that, and you're thinking, it looks a little bit unprofessional, just having the right angle corners. Getting the rounded corners or the inverted corners just gives it that look of professionalism. It really, really does. Oh, now, by the way, I can show you quickly, you know the shimmer mists that I showed you earlier on, they're not absolutely dry yet, but they're not far off. If I just show you here, the shimmer mists from Hunky Dory that we showed you, the Prism mists, can you see here, when those mists dry, look at the effect that you can create. Look at the shimmer and the shine. It's still a little bit wet, and I've got a little bit of a run there, but never mind. But you get the idea. They dry to a wonderful, almost like a metallic shine. The blue one that I did earlier on, just that blue for backgrounds. Have a look at that. How cool is that? And again, it gives you the most subtle but beautiful shimmer of that effect, okay? Now, make sure you get your answers into our little quiz. Now, we have shown you remember that object that we showed you that we flashed up on the screen? I asked you to count how many times it appears on the screen, and I don't know how many it's been. I've not been watching. I've just been kind of playing. So, yeah, tell me how many times that's appeared on the screen, and also tell me what the product is, and then get your answers in now, and in about 5 minutes' time, we'll announce the person that's won themselves a £25 account credit, okay? studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. Get your answers in. You've got 5 minutes to do it, and we'll give the winner's name, or the person that gets the closest. I don't know how many we've actually, how many times we've shown that on the screen. But anyway, if you get it right, you're in the draw, and you could win a £25 credit before 7 o'clock. And then, of course, at 7, the eagerly awaited, this is the smartest calendar I think I've ever seen for desktops, for craft rooms. It's brilliant. It's more of an organiser than a calendar. It's on the way in just over 15 minutes. We've got thousands, but have we got enough to last? Because there's an absolute demand for those. And again, we've got an extra special treat because there's actually a promo code on there as well that will give you 20% off as well, any order that you make once only during 2023. So if you're looking to, I don't know, buy a big purchase like a cutting machine or a die cutting machine or anything like that, that's a good couple of £100, then think about that, 20% off with that code. And that's going to be unique to the calendars. So you've got to buy a calendar to get that 20% discount code. Right, what else now? Where should we go next? Shall I show you something that is really quite groundbreaking from Hunky Dory? This is the Dots to Diamonds papercraft pad. Now, you open it up and you kind of think, oh, okay. So it's black and white, yeah. But what you've got are certain aspects on the cards that have got little circles on them, or circles in different sizes. And you've got not just words, but you've also got images, you've got rings, you've got keys, you've got wreaths in there as well, bottle of fizz, bubbly. Now, what are those circles all about? What do you do with the circles? Well, you're also going to get not only the pad, but you're also going to get 4 packs of diamond sparkles from Hunky Dory as well. And these are beautiful. They look almost like lozenges. They're faceted and they're adhesive. So you basically pick them up with a pokey tool, or any tool that you've got handy, lift them off and then stick them onto the card. So you then have a bejeweled topper, which will look amazing in a frame and also on a card blank too. You've got these frames, you can decorate the frames with all of these gemstones around the edges there. And all of these sizes marry up to the sizes of the circles that Hunky Dory have printed on the cards. So you can end up with jeweled toppers for your cards. You've got a birthday cake in there as well. That could be a wedding cake as well. You've got party balloons. So you can have jeweled balloons if you want to. How cool is it? Now, how many sheets do you get? 48. So you've got potentially 48 cards out of this pad, together with the 4 packs of your diamond sparkles. Now, you're going to get your blue and red. You're also going to get your champagne colours as well. I'd leave that one for the champagne bottle, definitely. You've got your blues and your purples in there as well. And you've also got your reds and your greens and blues too. So they're multicoloured, faceted gemstones, all self-adhesive, and they just literally stick on to the toppers. And these are made from really good quality card, actually. 250 GSM Ink Me cardstock. So if you wanted to actually add some colour to the topper as well, you could do. You could just add the sticky gems and leave it at that. Or if you wanted to colour in the flowers and the petals and things, you could do that with your pens or paints, whatever you choose to do. But that's a great concept, isn't it? It's your time, it's your day to sparkle, shimmer and shine. And then that sparkle, the word, will just literally kind of jump off the page with the adhesive gems. BDHD 21. Now, what's the price going to be? What would you pay? What did you pay last time for a pack of gemstones? I mean, there's 72 in each pack. So that's 144, 288 gemstones you've got there in different sizes, all with adhesive on the back. What would you pay for those? And then what would you pay for a pad? 48 pads in there, sheets in there. BDHD 21. Let's get that price in for you. Here it comes. 48 sheets, 4 packs of those adhesive gemstones. We've got it for you today for £15.98, delivered to your door for £3.95 for the whole day. That's no matter how many things you buy. If you buy one thing in this show, one thing with myself and Andy in the next show, another thing at 1 o'clock this afternoon with Clever Prints that join us for the first time. If you've got 5 orders during the day, you'll see that your confirmation email tomorrow morning shows that you've got just one P&P charge, no matter where they're coming from. Hunky Dory dispatch their orders to you. Clever Prints will dispatch their orders to you. If you buy our HobbyMaker calendar, HobbyMaker will dispatch it to you straight away. So whoever is showing you the items, the companies, they dispatch the items to your door, but you only get charged one P&P. So your items may come they will come separately, and they may come on different days, but they will all come. £15.98. Now, Primrose is in. Lorraine in Nottinghamshire. Hello, Lorraine. Crafter in West Yorkshire. Elaine in Lancashire. Alexandra's already checked out on this one. And just to give you just an idea, let me just take one of these. I haven't actually opened these packets up, but I haven't got a pokey tool either. Hang on. Bear with me. Let me just kind of break into this. Rip it open with my teeth. There we go. Let's just take one of these gemstones off just to show you how it works. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory to be fair, but there we go. Now let's see. You've got different sizes of gems. So this is the gemstone size that we need here for the sparkle. just quite simply pop that on there like that. You'd use a pokey tool, obviously, and that just then sticks onto the card just like that, very easily, very, very simply. I mean, if you wanted to change the colour with your alcohol pens, you could do that as well, no trouble. But there we go, you just peel them off and then just stick them down. And they're all self-adhesive. There we go, pop that on there like that. There we go. And that's the idea. So you then end up with sparkle literally jumping off the page. And you get how many did I say it was? 244, no, hang on, 72, 144, 288 gemstones in different sizes, and all the sizes relate to the circles on there. They're normally £10 on their own just for those sparkles. So you're getting the pad basically for £6 with 48 toppers in it and 250 GSM. So if you fancy yours, BDHD 21, all of that for a brilliant price of £15.98 with just one P&P all day long. Now we've got a message actually, a nice idea about how to use this. And this is from Lorraine in Nottinghamshire. Hello Lorraine, she says, what a lovely way to craft with children using this. That's a really good idea actually. Yeah, I mean probably a better idea, maybe you use the pokey tool and then they can just have fun kind of placing the gemstones on there obviously. But yeah, BDHD 21, $15.98, and it's not messy either. There's nothing to spill or knock over. Now, some other sentiments that we've got here for you. This is always a really popular choice from Hunky Dory. Now we've got a choice of silver or gold foiling on these pads, all right? Now these are called trim me's, and these are the special day themed trim me's. Now, what on earth is a trim me? Basically, it is a sentiment, a foiled sentiment that you can either have on the front of a card or you can have it on the inside of a card as well if you want to. And down here you can see all the different sentiments and special days that it relates to. Engagement on your anniversary, Valentine, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, wedding day. So basically all the milestone occasions during a year, you've got the relevant inserts for. Now you might think, okay, well they're about 8 by 8 in size. Well, yes they are, but if you want to trim them down, you've got on the back here the different sizes. And if you follow the plan on the back, the sketches on the back, it means that the verse will always be in the center of whatever size you've cut out. There's a 4x3, 4x4, 5x5, 7x7, 4x6. So you cut it at the back, and you know that your sentiment then is always going to be in the centre, no matter how big or small you've made that verse. Now this is £9.99. It is paper, 42 sheets, but it's foiled to absolute perfection. This is the silver one, okay? So this is your special days in silver, beautifully done on your anniversary. For my Valentine with love. You can use your dies as well if you want to. If you've got any fancy dies, you want to die cut them out. Now we're not going to let you have it for £9.99. We're going to give you an even better price. And this is a bestseller from Hunky Dory. It really is. You're engaged, congratulations. Let's get the price down. You've got 42 sheets in here that you can cut down either with dies or with a guillotine or trimmer. £7.99. It's never been $7.99 before. It's always been $9.99 as far as I'm aware. So an extra couple of pound off because you're watching us early in the morning, like a little early morning reward. That's KGHD01. So you've got Father's Day covered, you've got Valentine's Day, Wedding Day, Easter, Mother's Day, engagement, all of those special milestone days during a year when people ask you to make a card for them. If they've got an insert inside, whether you've left it loose leaf or whether you've actually kind of stuck it flat with adhesive or whatever, it's entirely up to you. But it's the icing on the cake to have a beautiful foiled insert like that. Okay, so that's the silver version. And we've then got exactly the same in gold. So if you want to go for both, we'll match the price, I'm sure. That'll be less than £16 for both pads and one P&P of £3.95 for the whole day. So this is the same but in gold. Exactly the same, no different. Easter blessings. Happy Father's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Valentine's Day. But again, if you just see it in the light, look at that beautiful gold foiling. This is what Hunky Dory is all about. The fonts are classy. The actual foiling is done beautifully, absolutely exceptional quality. And you get 42 sheets in total. But it's a game changer to have that grid on the back. So, you know, if you, I don't know if you can see, it's printed in like a light grey, so it's difficult to see, but hopefully you can see it on the camera. If you wanted a 4x6, you just basically follow the lines, cut it out, and then your insert will be completely in the centre of that 4x6 cutaway. So whatever size you need for your insert, you're in control of it. I think that's fantastic. So for both of them, that would be £16 or $15.98 with one P&P of $3.95. What a brilliant show this has been this morning. Remember, you can still see all of the items that are in the show. Oh, have we got to do the winner? Okay. Now, I don't know how many times that product that we flashed on the screen came up. Okay. But we've got someone who got it right. Okay. So who got it right? Who's won the £25 account credit? Emma Green, congratulations, Emma. Well done. Thank you for taking part. You have correctly given me the number. And she wished us all a lovely morning as well, which is even nicer. So thank you. A lovely morning to you. You'll have a £25 account on your, no, you'll have a £25 credit on your account. If not today, by tomorrow, I'm sure. So congratulations and thanks for taking part. Okay, I'll tell you what we better do. We better take a short break fairly soon because in the next 5 or 6 minutes or thereabouts, we're going to be bringing you for the very first time, the first ever HobbyMaker calendar. New for 2023 with a few surprises attached to it as well. Andy's joining me for the launch, so make sure you don't go anywhere because at 7 o'clock this morning, you'll have your chance to buy it for the first time ever. And you can also get 20% off by buying it. So that's going to be right after a short break. Don't go away.
HobbyMaker are proud to work alongside some of the biggest brands in the industry. Keep watching for these brands and many more here on HobbyMaker.
It's a new year, so that can only mean one thing.
It's time for those New Year resolutions.
And it's the perfect time to start a new hobby.
Jewellery Maker, Sewing Street and HobbyMaker are here whether you're starting something new or advancing your skills on a current hobby.
With all the tools you need to start, as well as expert demonstrations from our great guests.
Are you starting a new hobby this January? Share your new makes with us by tagging Jewellery Maker, HobbyMaker or Sewing Street using the hashtag #NewYearNewHobby.
And watch us every day from 8 AM to 1 PM on Jewellery Maker.
On HobbyMaker, 6 to 8 AM and 1 to 6 PM.
And 8 AM till 1 PM on Sewing Street. Want to know what's going on in the next show? Then head over to our website. Click on the TV guide. This will tell you who's presenting, which guest we have joining us, along with what's going on in each hour. If you ever miss a show, you can catch up by clicking on the day you missed and then click Watch This Show. You can also view what product was on and if it's still available to buy. Catch up on HobbyMaker.
I am Sandra Rushton and I am the owner of Tangle, which is a small business in Lincolnshire where it's only been going 3 years or so, but we're really passionate about what we do. So it's a very mindful form of art. That's its basic core. So if you can hold a pen and draw a line, you can tangle. And it's about that mindfulness, that relaxation, and about you having a moment just for you. But as a result of you having that moment and putting pen to paper, you can create wonderful works of art. We do a lot of live videos, so we're very invested in education. We like to have people come to classes, but then of course the products that I design, we make ourselves. So we're involved in every step of the way, from the very first drawing to how it goes onto the computers, to how it's machined, to even books that we still hand make. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing where we go. It's the start of something new, and I feel that. I feel that it's something exciting, and I'm so glad I'm in at the beginning, because I don't know where it's going, but it's only going somewhere good. And this is the place for me.
Here at HobbyMaker, we love seeing what you've been making, and it's our job to keep you inspired. So how does a £100 credit to your HobbyMaker account sound? Every month, we're going to be giving away a £100 credit to one lucky HobbyMaker's account. And all you have to do to enter is simply send a photo of your crafty makes to studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. We will be picking one winner each month at random, and we'll announce the lucky winner on air in the 5 p.m. show on the last Saturday of every month. So what are you waiting for? Get crafting, get motivated, and get inspired with HobbyMaker.
When you purchase anything on HobbyMaker, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee, meaning that you can shop with confidence. Happy shopping with HobbyMaker.
Morning, everybody. Welcome back. It's 7 a.m. You know something special is going to happen when this man's in the building.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Good morning. I hope you're well. Happy New Year. Haven't had the opportunity to wish you that as yet. I know I have you, but I'll do it publicly.
Yep.
Okay, so we're in the start. Happy New Year, Dave.
Happy New Year, Andy. Absolutely brilliant. Now, you may or may not know, we've been planning a HobbyMaker calendar for quite some time. Now, we hoped it would be in before Christmas, but with what's going on around the world, there were delays and so on. But we've got it in brand new for the start of the new year. And we gave you a tease about it last night, and we gave you a tease about it in the 6 o'clock show this morning. I think this is absolutely fantastic. It looks the business.
I'll tell you how this came about. Something that we are very aware of here, because, you know, we're less than a year old. And what we wanted to do was we wanted to build a community, because we understand that, you know, when it comes to crafting, it's not just bringing you crafting items that you like, it's about inspiration and also building a community. Now, we had great success on our half-year birthday. Do you remember when she launched a pin patch? Now, this isn't a new idea. This is something that Sewing Street and Jewellery Maker, our sister channels, have done quite a number of times to celebrate certain milestones, as it were. And so we launched the very first HobbyMaker pin patch. Now, these sold out. There is no more available in this particular colour. It's the teal. This is the first one. So if you've got one of these, you've got something that no one else has got.
Yeah.
And what we did with that, we also offered a 20% discount code that you could use at any point throughout 2022.
Right, yep.
So we thought, OK, we want to do something special for the beginning of the year with a calendar. Now, as Dave quite rightly said, we were hoping to, because we were live Christmas Day. I don't know if you're aware of that. We were live every single day. And we wanted to bring this to you on Christmas Day. However, with delays in terms of posting, what have you, weren't able to do it. So so we thought, OK, we've got it as quickly as possible, so we thought we'd bring it to you today. So at that point, now here's the thing, folks. We anticipate this will sell out. Once it sells out, that's it. We're not going to make any more or anything like that. So it is a collectible in that respect, and I'll talk through the features of it in just a couple of seconds, because we wanted it to be practical as well as attractive. So when we wanted to bring this to you, we plan to bring it to you on Christmas Day. Let's bring the price in. We're going to bring it to you for £19.99.
Good.
Okay? Now, because it is a little late, I'm going to tell you right now, we're not going to charge you £19.99. Nothing changed about it. You still get a discount. But £19.99 is not what you're going to pay. We want you, though, if you think that's really good value for money, we want you to get on the phone as quickly as possible so you can reserve yours.
Now, judging by the reaction we've had, people talking on social media, my messages I get from you on my Facebook page and things like that, we're expecting a very high demand for this. If you want to get in now, remember, everyone always pays the final low price at HobbyMaker. You will not be paying $19.99, I can assure you of that. But if you want to register, reserve yours now, put it in your basket and check out. And then when you see that final price, you know that's what you're going to be charged later on today when all your orders are collated at midnight, OK? But this isn't just a calendar.
No.
This is an organiser. You can use it in conjunction with your journals and with your diaries as well. It looks the business on the desk.
There's a lot of thoughts gone into it. So it comes to you flat, like so. Comes to you in a bag, like so. So when you get it home, all you need to do is simply open it up like so, and it goes into almost like a tent.
It's like an easel card.
An easel card, thank you. So within here, so on there, you would expect it's a calendar, so it's got the dates on it. It's got the HobbyMaker branding right the way throughout as well. The calendar on the front, these are removable. So as you go through the months, you can take each month off, and you've got plenty of space on there to make notes, space to cross days off or circle them if they're important to you. But we don't just use diaries to find out what the date is. We use it to make notes, we use it to make reminders. And that's what we included within here. So if we start over in the middle, you'll see all of these are re-stickable notes. They're a brand name, so to me, you know what I mean. So you've got those, all the HobbyMaker websites at the bottom, obviously space for you to make your notes now. You can incorporate that into your crafting a number of different ways. We'll talk about that as we go.
Now, I love the trust you've got with us at HobbyMaker. You've been with us for a long time, I'm sure most of you watching. 40 of you have got it in your basket and checked out already before we even tell you what the price is going to be. That's how trustworthy that's the trust you've got in us. About 40 of you have already ordered this before you even know the final price. And lots of you are multi-buying, maybe for friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, it's good. We've done the maths for you, and we'll highlight why every single one of you should go for one of these. Even if you just go for this for the discount code, it's going to be well worth it for every single one of you. Plus, you are getting something collectible.
Yes.
Once this is sold up, I'll be straight up, we have 1,000 of these. Once that 1,000 have gone, that's it. We'll not be reprinting or anything like that. Okay?
We'll probably do something again in 2023, but not for 2024, but not for 2023. And the discount code on there is, we've covered it over so you can't see it. You need to buy it to get that code, but you can use that on any purchase, just one-off purchase on anything in 2023. So if you're buying something major like a big machine or something like that later in the year, perfect for that.
So if you're going to treat yourself to, as you mentioned earlier on, a new die cutter machine, I know of at least one new die cutter machine that's coming its way in 2023. If you've enjoyed the cricket shows recently and been tempted.
The Maker 3.
Yes, the Maker 3, for example. Obviously, we just launched a new partnership with cricket. You could use it towards something like that. I'll talk more about that as we go, but that is a unique discount code. To make it abundantly clear, it's the same discount code. You don't get one per sheet, that'd be nice, but it's the same discount code running right the way throughout. It is one per customer, and it's for you to use once any point throughout 2023.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Yep.
And then what you also get, so again, that's also a removable sticky note as well. So again, you can incorporate that into your crafting, scrapbooking, bullet journaling, even if you just want to write down a crafting list that you want to order from HobbyMaker. Very useful when you've got an all-day P&P, Dave.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because
Jot down those item numbers, and then you don't have to order all of your items in one go. Just order them as you see them, because it's a free phone number and it's free to order on the website as well. So it doesn't make any difference.
And what we also included within here as well, these colour tabs. Now again, these are sticky. These are repositionable. You could utilise these if you're following instructions from a cookbook, a craft book, a sewing book, or something like that, and you've got particular chapters you want to highlight. If you're using like an organiser, you can use those to make it colour-coded. So one can be sort of reminders, another one could be for shopping, another one could be for recipes. We've incorporated those within there as well. So whether this sits on your desk, whether or not it sits to the phone, we wanted this to be something that was attractive, and we wanted it to be something practical.
But also, these coloured strips, they can also be put onto the calendar, and each member of the family could have their own specific colour.
Good point.
So, the kids could be yellow and green, mum and dad could be, pink and orange or whatever, and you can highlight and actually write on them as well, because they're translucent.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, there's lots of... So we didn't just want to put together something in order. Now, just talk about that price at £19.99. We did this because we knew we were bringing you something extra special with the discount code, okay? And again, you can use that against anything you like right the way throughout 2023. Again, you use once. But because it is branded, because it is special, because it is limited, we thought £19.99 was a good starting price. However, as I've said, we were hoping to bring it to you for Christmas Day. We weren't able to do it, so we're going to bring the price down. So listen, let's bring the clock in,
okay,
and we're going to do our first price drop.
We're going to do a price drop in a second, but hello to Tracy, I believe, who's got in touch with us this morning. Was it Tracy? Okay, we'll have Tracy's message in just a second. Here's Tracy's message.
Tracy's here we go.
Tracy
right.
says, in Aberdeenshire, she's been waiting for HobbyMaker calendar, got mine, the notes are so handy, and the colour strips are great for my grandson learning colours.
Of course, that's a really, really
perfect.
good point. So listen, the crafting community is so so innovative in terms of how they use the various different crafting tools. We might be looking at them one way and see one thing. You guys will realise another way in which to use it. Okay. But it's just another way for you to be part of the HobbyMaker community, which is growing and growing and growing. We had a meeting yesterday, because it's early, I can let a lot of things out the bag. We had a meeting yesterday. It's our first birthday. 2nd of March, drop that down. 2nd of March is a Thursday, is our first birthday. We have got some incredibly special things planned.
Oh, great.
What can I tell you now? Well, the next one of these.
Oh, okay, brilliant.
So the next pin badge, next limited edition pin badge. I saw the design for that. That's going to be very exciting. I'll sit alongside this. That's coming your way in March.
Less than 30 seconds, that price is going to come down. Put it in your basket and check out. We've got a limited quantity of 1,000 of these. That is it. And when it's gone, that's it. Well, there won't be any more calendars until next year.
Nope.
Get it in your basket and check out. Everyone will pay the final low price. Whatever that final low price is going to be, Alex is in charge of that. Well, actually, Andy is.
Well, I'll be honest with you here. It's been predetermined, but I'm still playing around with it in my mind. We'll find out. We'll worry about that now. So tell you what we'll do. For every single one of you who've got in early, let's save you £5 straight away. Let's go down to £14.99.
Nice.
So what does that mean? That means every single one of you who've already put this in your basket and thought £19.99, it's more than reasonable, with that 20% discount, the fact you're getting something that no one else will have, you're not going to pay £19.99, you're going to pay £14.99. Who knows, Dave, if there's another price drop, you may pay even less.
I can tell you, you're not going to be charged £14.99. it will be lower than $14.99. Where it's going to go, I don't know, that's up to Andy, but it's going to be lower than $14.99. So get it in your basket and check out. You're coming in thick and fast for this. And remember, if you're buying it because you love HobbyMaker, that's a fantastic reason to buy it. I mean, you know, if you've got a car that you love, a brand of car that you love, you might have got the umbrella that goes with it because you love the brand. I mean, it's the same sort of thing. If you love the channel, if you're watching HobbyMaker, you love to have this maybe in your craft room, on your craft desk, at work maybe. And it's positivity too. You've got lovely bright colours on there, and it's practical. It's got lots and lots of uses for organisation. As I said before, different members of the family could be different colours. Different activities could be different colours. Red could be for work, green could be for swimming, blue could be for holidays. Whatever you want it to be, mix it up. Mix it up.
Absolutely. Actually, going back to a Tracy idea, again, Tracy, thank you very much for the message. It could be used almost like, I know that I went to the post office fairly recently and I saw there was a wall chart you could buy, and it was like a reward chart for children. So, you know, if they'd done their chores, for example, they got like a smiley face, and, you know, I guess it kind of leads towards a treat in some way. So this could be something you could incorporate again with the grandchildren. But I also understand that you might think, well, $14.99, that's for me, not for the grandkids. I completely understand that. Everything here, so again, to reiterate the features you have on board, you have the calendar on board, you expect that. All of the dates here are, again, removable. I'm not going to take it off because obviously we want to keep this as long as possible, but you just simply remove that and it moves on to the next month. We've included two pads on there for you to utilise. One smaller one you can see in the middle, ideal for things like phone numbers, just about the right size to add like product codes on there.
And you can stick those on the fridge. It could be, you know, to-do lists for the kids or shopping lists or whatever it might be. It's not going to leave nasty marks on any furniture or anything like that.
No.
But remember, as a special treat from us to you, you're going to have that discount code. Now, we've covered it up so you can't see it on the screen, but when you get your calendar, you'll have a discount code there that is a one-off use discount code of 20% off anything you buy during it's got to be during 2023. If you're buying a big machine or planning a big purchase at some point, sewing machine, whatever it might be, you can use that code once, whenever you want.
Yep.
And that is going to more than pay for the calendar.
Now, here's the thing. What's nice about this is that I always think it's like as a present that you give to yourself in the future, because you're going to go for it now. You think, oh, that's wonderful. You know, the fact that I'm going to get that discount that I can use in the future. But let's say you're getting towards the end of 2023, and all of a sudden you remind yourself, you drop down maybe something, and you think, oh, I've still got that to use. I mean, that's a nice little present to give yourself into the future, isn't it? And I said it's against anything throughout the year of 2023 is used once. So again, if you do want to go for that, so, you know, if you want to give it to someone else, you can do that, but then you won't be able to use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because again, obviously, we know exactly where each one of these, where each one of the calendars has gone.
And also, you know, if you are a journaler, let's say, or you've got a diary, you know, I like to carry like a file of facts around with me. I'm not into the digital organisation. I like to have the paper and all that business. And those strips, those thin, removable, repositionable strips of colour, you can use those in your bullet journals, all that sort of thing as well. And of course, it's the HobbyMaker colours. If you look at the HobbyMaker logo, we've got those little flashes of colour underneath each letter, and that's what these represent as well. So, we've got another message, I believe, from Lottie.
Oh, yes, okay. Lovely.
Oh, hello,
Yes,
Lottie. Morning,
hello,
Lottie. Lottie in Shropshire says, good morning, Andy and Dave. I've got it. And one for my friend's birthday on the 17th. Happy New Year to all at HobbyMaker. And to you, Lottie.
Very good. Yes, of course, and it isn't one per customer. So again, it could be a perfect gift. If you know a crafter who's maybe not with us at this time in the morning, they're big fans of HobbyMaker, maybe they haven't heard of HobbyMaker as yet, but you are spreading the good word for us, then this could be a perfect gift for you to get them. Good point you made earlier on, Dave, you know, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a sign of our age. But I'm like you, I've always embraced technology. But I find now the only way I really remember things is if I do write them down. I could type them into my phone or iPad or anything like that, but the only way I really remember them is if I do write them down.
I mean, I look at what I'm doing on a monthly basis, and I like to have it all written down in front of me so I know exactly where I am. And that's what this is all about. It's a beautiful design, really well manufactured. More messages coming in, I think. Karen, hello Karen. Good morning.
Hello Karen.
In Bristol. She says, morning Andy and Dave, what a fab product, especially with the bonus discount. I can't think of a reason not to buy it. Absolutely.
Well, listen, a lot of you are agreeing. Thank you so much for getting in early on this. So, do you know what? Let's bring a clock in.
Okay.
Let's bring a clock in.
You know what that means? We've got a full screen of people that have checked out.
have.
We've got a full screen of people that are in the process of checking out on the phones and on the website. Remember, we have a limited edition of only 1,000. That may sound a lot, but in the scheme of things, that's a drop in the ocean. So you'll be one of a very exclusive club to own this. We're not going to bring any more back for 2023. We'll do something for 2024, obviously, but not for this year. It's a one-off purchase by a couple, maybe for one of your friends or something like that, like we were saying a few minutes ago, but so many of you are ordering it. When that clock gets to 0, we are going to show you, I believe, the final price?
We are going to go down to the final price,
Okay.
and it's a very, very good price indeed. And actually, to that point, they mentioned about 1,000 being available. There was 1,000 available of the pin badge.
And they didn't last long.
They lasted, I think, 2 to 3 days, I think. Maybe not even that long. Either way, they've all now sold out, and if you've got one of those, you have got something extra special. I did mean to actually see, I was going to check onto a well-known internet auction website to see whether or not they've made the ones there yet. I don't know if they have. All right, so let's go down to, here's your final price now for your limited edition HobbyMaker 2023 calendar, £9.99. So every single person, Dave, who's already put this into a basket, already bought it, you're only going to pay £9.99.
Anita in Norfolk's gone for 2. An anonymous crafter's gone for 5.
Wow, well
They
done.
make wonderful gifts for crafty friends. If you're in part of a craft circle or a group of friends that meet up once a week or something, treat them to this as well. Spread the word about HobbyMaker. Like Andy said, we're growing massively. Every single day we're getting more new customers finding us for the first time. So it's lovely to know that you want to fly the HobbyMaker flag, and thank you for the lovely things you say about it. But as our treat to you, that 20% discount code is printed on the post.
You won't lose it. It's there, and it's not just on the front one, it's on every single one.
Yes.
We're just showing you the top one because we've obviously covered that up.
You can only use it once.
Yes, absolutely. So now let's talk about brass tacks here. Let's think of it the other way. Think about this. You're buying a discount code. You buy a discount code and it comes with a free calendar. That could be the way you think about it. So if you're someone who is likely to spend £50 one day here on HobbyMaker throughout this year, you'll be financially better off buying this calendar because you'll be able to use that 20% discount code. So if you say spend £50, 20% is £10.
If you're going to buy a Cricut Maker 3, for example, at £450, that's £90 you've saved on that purchase by buying this calendar today.
Absolutely. So if you are planning to make that big purchase, and it strikes me that a lot of crafters, I'm generalising here, obviously, and listen, we don't want to talk about this because you can't switch on a news programme that remind you of it. We're well aware of what's going on. There's a cost of living there's a cost of living crisis. Everyone is watching the pennies. And I appreciate that it's still £9.99. I said the genuine price there, £19.99. £9.99. The fact that you've got that 20% discount as well in your back pocket to use is our gift to you, because we want you to be proud to own this, and we're very, very proud of the fact that you have chosen to shop with us, considering we're not even a year old yet.
Exactly. And one of the things I love about working, there are many reasons I love working at HobbyMaker. One of the things I love is that I can actually see who's ordering. Look at this screen. This shows you the number of people that are ordering at the moment.
So
one crafter's ordered 6.
So now,
Sasha in Staffordshire's ordered 2.
Wow. So a very hello to every single one of you who's placed your order. You can see it's constantly updated. How often it updates, actually, I don't know. But it does update. It's kind of live. Lets you know how many people have bought theirs, and then we've got people who've got it in their basket
And
as
on
well.
the right-hand side, those are people who are in the checkout process. On the left-hand side, all of you have already checked out. Everyone pays the final low price. There's more people than's on that screen. It's filled the screen completely and gone off the end of it. If you are on the phones and there's a bit of a wait, apologies, but it's a free phone number. It's only your time, okay? It's not costing you anything to place that call. But the operators are being put to a big stretch at the moment.
To be fair,
order this
is the great one. There's many reasons why I like working here as well. One of the reasons why we knew this was going to be popular, we do actually have extra staff. They're 24 hours, by the way, in case you didn't know that. The call centre, it's a free phone number, 24 hours a day. So if you're watching the show, because I'm well aware inspiration can hit you any time, you might have trouble sleeping, you're watching show 3 a.m. in the morning, you've never ordered from HobbyMaker before, you want to speak to someone, I get that. You can call that number and someone, they're 15 metres away from us as the crow flies.
Absolutely. And it's a family-run call centre as well, and they are always there if you've got any queries, any help that you need or anything like that. They'll set up an account for you if you've never shopped with us, free of charge, 0800 001 4433. That's free from a mobile as well as your landline, and it's 24/7, like Andy said.
And if you've got any questions, by the way, it's not just for orders, any questions as well. If any kind of, we obviously try and reduce any kind of customer service queries as much as we can. But you don't pay for that call in any way, shape or form. Now listen, let's talk. If you have just joined us, good morning. You are, of course, watching HobbyMaker. My name is Andy, this is Dave. The reason I'm here is to tell you a little bit of background as to this particular product that we wanted to bring you on Christmas Day, because we were live Christmas Day. And again, thank you very much for all of you who joined us on Christmas. A very busy day.
It was busy, wasn't it?
Yeah, super busy. So we weren't able to get this to you because of postage delays and what have you. And they arrived in the building yesterday.
Right, wow.
So we thought, okay, well, let's get them on as soon as we can do. This morning was the earliest time
You
to
came
do
onto
it.
my show yesterday.
Yes, that's right. Yes,
Right.
yes. That was literally about 20 minutes after they came into the building.
Right.
And that's one thing we're able to do here. We're able to react. We're a small team. You know, any update, anything goes on, we're always keen to tell you straight away. So the plan was to bring it to you at $19.99 because of the quality of the. You know, we did a research, see what else was out there. The fact it's a limited edition, and the fact you've got that 20% discount.
I mean, it's not a flimsy calendar at
No,
all.
no.
It's made from really strong, sturdy cardstock on the base and on the easel as well. It folds flat beautifully. But all of these are repositionable notelets. So they've got the adhesive on the top, and it's not going to leave marks or any marks on furniture or anything like that. And all of these little strips here, they are translucent. They're like a vellum. So you can actually see through them, and you can place them onto your calendar and write little notes over the top. And one colour could be for a certain type of member of the family, or it could be different, different events that your family do. Maybe pink could be work, orange could be holidays, yellow could be sports events, or whatever it may be. So it's just going to help you to organise yourself and the family. And you can trim these down as well if you want to. Now, it is one per customer on the discount code. You can only use it on one transaction during the year.
Yeah.
But like we said before, if you're planning on buying, I don't know, maybe a new die cutting machine or a big purchase, a major purchase, that 20% off is going to be that's going to be worth its weight in gold. It really is.
In terms of brass tacks, pure brass tacks, if you think you're likely to spend over £50 any day between now and the 31st of December 2023, you will save money by owning this calendar. Because if you spend £50, 20% discount is £10. And so well worth going for.
So if you're buying maybe 10 items of small amounts, if you do that all in one order, that discount code can apply to the entire order.
Absolutely.
It's not just one product, it's one order, okay? And if you're buying the calendar as a gift, I mean, they're also getting the discount code as well as a gift too.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yeah, beautiful.
So,
$9.99, best $9.99 you can spend.
I think in terms of value for money, if you think about it, I mean, just to talk about, you mentioned the cricket, for example. If you can get, I mean, what, about £90, I could potentially save you. We've got some exclusive bundles on the way. So, yeah, to spend £10, save 90. That's pretty good going, isn't it? And not to mention the fact that you also do get a pretty good-looking calendar. And we also understand as well, and genuinely, we've seen the power of this when we first launched the pin badge, and that's why I wore mine today. Very proud to own it. Funny enough, when we did our first event this year at the NEC in Birmingham, we're actually going to go back there in March. And the question I got asked more often than any other was, can I get a pin badge?
Yeah.
And I think people expect, oh, you'll have some behind the counter, you'll have some there. No. We have none, that's it. There are, I know Liam, who you've seen sometimes appear from time to time, he revealed the other day he doesn't have one.
Right. That does surprise me.
Yeah, he doesn't have one. I don't think our MD Scott has one.
Really?
Yeah, because there was a situation here where we were meeting a potential supplier, and we were talking about pin badges. No, it wasn't. I'll tell you who it was. So I thought I had to try it in secret. I don't have to. I had a meeting with Hunky Dory.
Right.
Now, Dan, who is the MD of Hunky Dory, I don't know if you've ever met Dan, he loves pin badges. Big fan of pin badges, as it turns out. And so when we had this meeting, and it's an opportunity to meet and kind of, see how things are going. It was all very positive. And he said, oh, have you got any pin badges? And there was this kind of awkward thing. And I was wearing my pin badge. Right. And Scott said to Dan, Andy will give you his pin badge.
Oh, no, he won't.
And I had to say, Scott, Andy isn't going to give his pin badge. So, yeah, I had to say no to the MD of HobbyMaker and also Hunky Dory in the same breath. So that's my point. So the reason we want to do this, because we understand that there is we like to think that we're very proud to be here.
Yes.
And talking to you guys are very, very proud to support us. So we wanted you to be able to get a little piece of HobbyMaker within your home. Now, I know you're paying $9.99 for it, but the trade-off for that, if you like, is the fact that you are getting that discount code, that 20% discount code. That is our gift to you for every single one of us, for your support, and everyone who's going to adorn their craft desk with this calendar.
And also think about what things you buy that you use every single day of the year, multiple times probably per day. A calendar is one of those things. So for $9.99, it's going to organise you, it's going to organise the family. It's different, it's unusual. I've never seen a calendar like this before. And remember, if you are a journaler, if you're into your, like your bullet journal books and things like that, you can use these repositional notes in there as well. They can mark certain pages. They can represent different members of the family or different events that the family get up to. It's going to help to organise you there. You can trim them down if you want to. You stick them on the calendar if you want to. And with that 20% discount code, it's a win-win.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, that's available to use against anything, against one purchase. So use it wisely, but one purchase any point throughout 2023. And we've got so much on the horizon. I gave you a date for your diary. You might want to circle this on here. In fact, in hindsight, we should have done that. We circled the 2nd of March for you. But Thursday, 2nd of March, is our official 1-year anniversary. We have got so much. In fact, we're going to have a birthday week.
That's only 12 weeks away.
It's not that far away. We have got so much exciting brand new items coming your way on the first birthday. So
that will be the launch of the next pin. So if you've been wanting a pin badge, you can't get them anymore, not in this colourway. The next colourway will be coming out beginning of March. Make sure you join us for that. But, you know, this is as collectible, I think, as the pin badges. And remember, we'll probably do something similar maybe next year, but this is the only stock we've got. We've got 1,000, and then that is it until 2024. And you'll be flying the flag for us, and you'll be having us on your desk at home or at work or whatever.
And it's a practical thing as well. It's not just something that's like an ornament or anything like that. It's something that actually earns its space. Because the one thing that I know many crafters struggle with, in actual fact, we're kind of struggling with it. Do you know, to be honest with you, we struggle with every day here at HobbyMaker. That's space.
Yes.
We do. So anything that's on a desk has to justify its position to be there. And this does exactly the same. So again, everything here is removable. So once you go through the months, you take the top layer off. You've got obviously your sticky notes there as well. You've got the smaller one in the middle just there. You've got your large one there. By the way, that discount code is on every single sheet, but again, it is just used once. So if you don't use it in January, you know, it's there to remind you that it's there. And then you've also got these translucent, colourful tags as well. Which
you know what I'm loving as well, Andy, looking at the screen, it's obvious that so many of you are not just buying it for yourself, you're buying it for friends, because many of you are going for 2, lots of you are going for 3, some of you are going for as many as 5. You know, if you're part of a crafting group, and you've got a budget of £10 per friend, then I can't think of anything better, because you're not only giving the gift of an organising calendar, but you've also giving the gift of a 20% discount.
We must give some kudos to our marketing team, to Hayley and Olivia, and forgive me if anyone else was involved, but they're our main contacts within that department, who actually put this together in terms of, I mean, it's a kind of group effort in some respects, but in terms of the design, they were heavily involved in that. And I want to show you back, because quite often with items like this, it's almost said a phrase there, is this offensive? It's all can sometimes be a little bit all fur coat and no knickers. And what I mean by that is it can look very nice, very nice from the front, but you want it to look good in any direction that you're looking at. That's important to me. So again, it's a quality product right the way throughout. Can I get away with that?
I haven't heard that phrase for a long time.
Have you not? Well, sure. Let's bring it back, Dave, until we get taken off air. But so, listen, it's practical, it's affordable, and again, our director, Wally, was doing the maths on this as well. If you purchase anything, if in one day, one purchase, you're going to spend over £50 with us here on HobbyMaker,
it's paid for itself.
This has paid for itself.
Yeah.
Because 20% of £50 is £10. This has cost you £10. Anything more than that, then you are making a saving.
So, you know, let's say, for example, you know 2 months down the line, maybe it's someone's birthday in your family, and you're planning to buy them something quite large, quite high cost. Save that discount code for that. You know, it absolutely makes sense. Now, tell your friends as well that it is now available. Product number is TBEA42, okay? TBEA42, $9.99. It's brand new today. We've only got 1,000 of them remaining. And we'll come back and remind you of this again a bit later on. But
we shall keep that. Expect that do you know what? We'll feature that quite a bit over the next coming couple of days.
Yeah.
I think then it will sell out, but we'll keep it close at hand.
Okay.
All right, so listen, there's a couple of other items we did want to highlight here. Can we talk about something that has created quite a bit of a stir since we brought this to you? Again, there's a bit of a story behind this, so forgive me if you've heard this before. I'll try and keep it brief. 2 things that I wanted, when I first started here at HobbyMaker, there's 2 main ideas that I wanted to bring to the fore. One was gift cards.
Yes,
the idea
which we've got.
Which we now have. If you ever want to buy a gift card for someone, if you yourself are a crafter, well, presumably you are, people are saying, what do you want for birthday, Christmas? You could point them towards a HobbyMaker website. If you go to the front page of the website, in actual fact, should we do this live, Alex? Should we show people? Is that all right? So, what's that? Sorry, disturbing. If you go to the HobbyMaker homepage, and if you scroll down to the bottom of it, you'll see, I think it's actually the last thing at the bottom. Keep going. Right at the very bottom, you should see gift cards. There we go, under services.
Okay.
If you click on gift cards, that's where you can get hold of HobbyMaker gift card. Now, you can choose either a digital one or an actual tangible one.
Yeah.
And if you scroll down just a little bit, Alex, you'll see that you can actually dictate how much goes on there. So
Yes.
it's not like, oh,
You
you know,
choose.
you have to buy 20 or 10 or anything like that. You can choose how much goes on there.
Do you know what? I was having a conversation with my mum the other day. This Christmas for her has been really hard because she gets out less and less and less as she's getting older. And to get presents for all the people that usually gets presents for, she said to me this year, she said, this is the last year I'm doing it. She said, it's going to be gift cards from now on.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I just can't do it. And this does make absolute sense. And also it makes sense to the person that's receiving it because you know they're going to put it towards something you know they want.
Exactly.
Rather than buying something they hope they're going to like, you know, they can choose exactly what they want. You can maybe give the first of a split pay on a gift card or something like that. If you don't want to pay the whole amount, if someone's buying a big machine or something, why not give them a gift card for covering the first split payment or something like that? So you can do it either on email or do it with the physical card, we'll post it to you, and you can choose either round up figures or you can be specific. You can put $39.99 on it if you want to.
It's very good. So again, you'll find that on the website. If you go down, so if you're after gift cards, the uptake on those, as you would imagine, prior to Christmas, is absolutely huge. So that was one thing I wanted to bring. That knows this. It always occurred to me, having worked with various different craft guests over a number of years, is that craft can sometimes get a little bit messy. So I've seen countless craft guests over the years that use to clean up after themselves baby wipes, which, as we know, aren't terribly good for the environment and can be costly. And also use paper towels as well, which again, just to get my high horse about this just a little bit, we were talking yesterday about how expensive paper towels have got. One other thing I've noticed as well, and I'm generalising a little bit here, I'm not going to say brand names, they've got thinner, Dave.
Yes.
They've got thinner.
A lot thinner.
They're not as absorbent as they used to be. Anyway, so a lot of crafters use that, and again, terribly wasteful. So, you've used microfiber cloths. We've been in shopping. If you've worked, if you've been watching or worked in shopping television for a number of years, you know all about microfiber cloths. So, one thing I wanted to do is to bring out a range of microfiber cloths that were just for crafters.
I've got about 20 microfiber cloths at home, but I use them to clean my car. I use them to clean my house and to dust. I use them to clean my windows. I use them for all sorts of other things. But you know what? I wouldn't want to use those microfiber cloths on my craft table or anything else like that. I want microfiber cloths that are dedicated purely for crafting and that won't be used on the car, that won't be used on the windows, that won't be used to mop up messes on floors, that are just for my craft room, just for my paints and on all the water-based products.
Because there's so much that you pick up. Largely, a lot of the items that you use in crafting are water-based.
Yes.
So you want to pick them up, you want to absorb them, and again, the great thing with microfiber cloths, put them in a washing machine. However, what mustn't you add, Dave?
No fabric softener. Fabric softener stops the absorbency of microfiber, okay? But just ordinary washing powders are absolutely fine. And they'll just come up a treat each time. And they're branded, HobbyMaker branded.
And that was important. So it meant that if you've already got microfibers in your household, there's going to be no argument that even if these do get mixed up, you know which ones are yours because they've got a HobbyMaker logo on board. And again, it goes back to what one said. We wanted to add a slightly collectible element to it. Do you know what I mean? We wanted you guys to be part of the family. And again, this is a little known fact, although I don't think you knew this until yesterday. We tried, you get 5 colours, 2 of each, 10 in total. So the idea is if you use them in rotation, it won't run out. We tried as closely as we could to get them to match the HobbyMaker logo. Now, I don't want to hand, but if you look at a HobbyMaker logo, at the bottom of it, there's strips, there's bars of colour.
Have you got the calendar?
Oh, the calendar will have it. Yes, good point there. I remembered. So what I'm talking about is just just underneath the HobbyMaker name, there's a band of colours.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Look, we're showing it on the website.
And the pins going forward will hopefully be those colours as well, one in each colour.
Well, it's by no accident. The first one was the teal.
Yep.
So I'm not going to say which colour the next one's going to be.
All right.
But I do happen to know what it is. So we tried, we couldn't get it exact, but we tried to get the colours that we chose. Because what we could have done is gone with one colour.
Yep.
But the danger of going one colour, if you don't like that colour, you're not buying the microfiber cloths. So we thought, OK, we'll get a mix in there, and we tried to get as close as possible to the HobbyMaker colours.
I mean, if I open up my utility cupboard at home and I see all my microfiber cloths, I haven't got a clue what that cloth was last used for. Whether it was the car, whether it was the windows, whether it was the kitchen floor, whether it was all sorts of things. Whereas these, you know, because they're branded, you know they are just purely for you in your craft room, not to be used to wash the car, not to be used to clean the windows.
All right, well, listen, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Now, I asked about trying to get these made quite some time ago, and everything was delayed because of everything that was going on. Then it was my birthday celebration on the 22nd, and I was given a gift live on air.
Microfiber cloth.
And it was microfiber cloth. Microfiber cloth that I dreamed of all those years ago. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are, as a special, because we're kind of thinking this almost like a pioneer price, we're going to bring it down to same price we did on my birthday. We're going to bring it down to £6.99.
70p per cloth.
Quick maths, Dave.
And they're not stuck on with little...
no, they're embroidered.
Like
they're embroidered. Yeah, embroidered on. And another thing about microfiber cloths as well is that when they get wet, they don't fall apart.
No.
They're not indestructible, of course, but they're strong, super strong. If I did that with a paper towel, that would fall apart. If I did a baby wipe, that would fall apart.
And they are super absorbent. So, you know, if you're using, like Andy was saying earlier on, paper cloths and tissues and that sort of thing and wet wipes, A, they're not that good for the environment, certainly the wet wipes aren't, but also B, they're very expensive and they've gone up in price recently as well, massively.
And they really, and they've got, I tell you, Dave, it's only, the only reason I mention this, because you mentioned that yesterday about the cost of them, and I remember seeing some recently thinking that's crazy. But I stayed, when I'm here, I generally stay at Lowen's mum's, and it came up in the conversation, we had some little peek into my humdrum life outside of here. There's some garlic bread.
All very nice.
And the garlic bread, I noticed, had kind of the butter had dripped through the paper towel. And I'm thinking, blimey, Rob, how thin are these paper towels? She goes, are they? And I goes, oh, what do you buy? And she told me the brand. I'm like, these have got thinner.
Yeah,
But
cutbacks.
there you go, it's exciting.
Well, it's like chocolate bars, got smaller.
Yes, I have. I know. It's exciting conversations.
Don't get us started.
Any kids who want to work in the glamorous world of media, things like this excite you when you're outside of it. So that's the point. So listen, paper towels, they have their use, of course, but £6.99 for a reusable cloth. And it all comes about, Dave, because I know if you're a crafter, you're fed up of people using your stuff, like your scissors, to cut rind off bacon in the kitchen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You want to have the right tools that locate it for one place. That's what we want to have this. And there's some, and even if you're picking up something that isn't water-based, let's say you're working with alcohol inks and you're dabbing up with this. Now, we're not, one thing we can't guarantee if you're using something that's alcohol inks, that the ink will come out in the wash. However, if that's all you're using it for,
just keep one for alcohol-based
just keep one
products.
for that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's why we're including 10 included in here.
Okay, now, if you've already bought something today, and I know literally hundreds and hundreds of you have bought the calendar already.
True.
We had a very busy 6 a.m. show as well, so lots of you have already spent your £3.95 postage. That's a delivered price for you. So that's 70 pence per microfiber cloth, branded with HobbyMaker as well, and it's SGGP 35. SGGP 35 if you want your pack of 10 branded HobbyMaker microfiber cloths.
We have already had some what kind of online or in-person reviews on the HobbyMaker microfiber cloths. If you've received yours, you've used yours already, we'd love to hear from you. You can send us a message via the message box on the website. Oh, look at that. Right, that was quick.
Message. Yeah. Now, who's this from? Jennifer in Worcestershire. Hello, Jennifer. She says, these cloths are fantastic and I love the colours. I bought them on launch. I'm buying more. You can never have too many, really.
No, that's true. Listen, we have a cupboard full of, I'd say, about 50 of them. So I was only laughing there, because Jennifer, I'm sure you did this accidentally, but we actually wrote, well, these clots are fantastic. I thought that was a review of you and me, Dave. But there you go. Thank you very much, Jennifer, and I hope you enjoy your coffee. All right, so it's SGGP35 if you do want to go for your microfiber cloths. I'm pleased to say plenty of you are doing. And again, Dave, we don't have an infinite amount of those.
No, exactly. Okay, now, very, very popular, the microfiber cloths. Very popular, the calendar. If you've just switched on, if you've just woken up at 7:30, your alarm has woken you up and you didn't realise it, we are launching today the HobbyMaker calendar for 2023. But it's not just a calendar.
No.
It's a complete organiser. It's going to appeal to you if you love your journals, if you love your, making your books and making your diaries, that sort of thing, because you've got all of these repositionable little notelets here in all the HobbyMaker colours. They can stick on the calendar. They can also go into your diaries and into your books and your organisers as well. All of these are pull-off repositionable labels, aren't they?
And you're also getting that discount code as well, which is one per calendar, as it were. We've obviously blotted it out, because again, it's exclusive to everyone who buys one. You can use that against anything, only once, up until the end of 2023.
Right.
All right, so And it doesn't matter what you buy. So we talked about some of the things that we can reveal that are coming up. Obviously, we've just signed, we're starting to bring you the Cricut machine. So if you've had an eye on maybe a Cricut Joy or a Cricut Maker 3, then you can use that discount code against that. If you want to treat yourself to a new die cutter machine, I know of at least one that's on its way later on this year. Date for your diary, 2nd of March. So again, if you save it till then, you want to use it that week, you can use it then as well.
Also, just a heads up, if you're not planning on buying a big thing from us in the future, you're buying lots of little things. If you know you're going to order them all in one order, you can use that discount code on that order. It doesn't have to be just one item. If you've got 10 things in your basket in one order, 20% can come off that entire purchase, okay? So it's not just per item, it's per order.
So let's talk about brass tacks once again. If you are going to spend, if you're going to make a purchase with us on a day and you're going to spend over £50, that's the day to do your discount, because 20% of £50 is £10. That is the cost of the calendar.
Absolutely. And if you're buying, say, a Cricut Maker 3 at 450 quid, you get £90 off it.
Yeah,
Happy
well
days.
worth doing. Well worth doing. Again, the feature, again, the story behind this, there's a story behind everything. We wanted to bring you another collectible. We were hoping to bring this on Christmas Day. We were live Christmas Day. We're going to do it £19.99. We appreciate now we are into the new year, so we knew we had to take a reduction on the price. We made it half price at £9.99. However, like the pin badges, Dave, once it's sold out, that's it. We won't be replenishing or anything like that.
I really love these repositionable
Yeah, they're
labels.
good, aren't they?
They're really cool.
It's little details on that. It wasn't something that, you know, we did lightly. We wanted it to be the first calendar that we brought you. It's not a new idea. It's something that Jewellery Maker and Sewing Street have done with great success. And there are people, fans of those channels, maybe you watch those channels as well. Obviously, you've got Sewing Street on before us, if you're watching us right now.
You can cut these down. They're completely translucent, so you can see through it. Each different colour could be a different member of the family, or it could be a different pastime. It could be yellow relates to holiday for sunshine. You can mark your holidays on the calendar. You can use them in your bullet journals as well, your organisers.
If you've got youngsters, listen to me, youngsters taking exams this year, this is great for revision. You know, revision cards, for example. If they're using like, I don't know, I'm just, gosh, I had a flashback to when I was at college. But, you know, sort of certain handbooks, for example, certain reference books that they're wanting to use. So whether that's going to be a shopping list, reminders, because again, Dave and I, we were both saying, with all this modern technology, that I think that we can't both embrace. I'm of an age now, I've reached that milestone of 40, where if I don't write it down, it gets forgotten.
Yeah, I'm the same. Absolutely.
And I know, who says hello, by the way, she's exactly the same.
Yeah. And remember, these can be stuck anywhere. You can stick them on the fridge, you can stick them on the windows, you can stick them on the wall, in the kitchen, reminder for the kids to do the chores, whatever it might be, a shopping list, just a note to a member of the family, maybe your ships that pass in the night, you do shift work or whatever. Jot down a little note, it's not going to mark any furniture, and it looks good too. And you're going to get that impressive 20% discount, which you can use on one purchase between now and the end of 2023.
Our director, Ollie, was just relaying a conversation that takes place in our household, probably takes place in your household, Dave, and it's this, where the other half, or you mention an event. So we're going out to dinner on this date, or we're going to do this on this date. And the other person says, is it on the calendar?
Yeah, exactly.
Which basically means, I've forgotten. That's what that means. But it's a get-out clause. It's a get-out clause. If it's not in the calendar, then it doesn't exist as a concept. When you've got something like this, I'm sure it's the same for most people across the entirety of not just the UK, but across the world maybe.
Also great for the office too. Yeah. Obviously brilliant for your craft room, that goes without saying, but have maybe a couple. I'm really pleased to see so many of you buying more than one. Lots of you are buying 3s and 4s, maybe for crafty friends. They'll love you for getting this for them as well, and you're giving them the gift of the 20% discount code too. So it really is a double gift that keeps on giving, doesn't it?
Yeah, most certainly.
$9.99, TBEA 42. Order yours today. It's a free phone number if you want to call the call centre, 0800 001 4433, or you can order it on our website as well.
We'll feature that a number of times today. We'll keep you reminded of that as we go. Now, something else. In actual fact, excuse me 1 second.
Better out than in.
Better out than in. All right. We've got a couple of scissors on the show. I wonder, Alex, could we bring in the details for this pair of scissors?
We are memory keepers.
Because, again, something that another brand that I was very, very keen to introduce to Gempora Craft is a brand name that Dave and I have known for a number of years, and that's American Craft. So I really do think I'm very, very passionate about what they do, and we are memory keepers are kind of part of American Crafts. Now, I only want to mention this because I know that there might be someone this morning who's been waiting for a product like this.
Yeah.
Now, out of the many wonderful brands or ideas that We Are Memory Keepers have, they brought out this range fairly recently called Comfort Craft. And over the years, you'll have had this as well, Dave. I've spoken to many of you in real life at various different events or on Facebook or on email, what have you. And I do know that there are a lot of people who craft who are restricted physically.
Manual dexterity problems.
Manual dexterity issues for a number of different reasons. And We Are Memory Keepers know that. So what they did is they brought out a range of crafts that are under the brand of Comfort Craft. So the idea is if you're somebody who finds it difficult to even to get to maintain a grip on something, to pick something up, you know, for a variety of different reasons, they brought out an entire range of items. And this is one of them. And I think this is absolutely superb. Now listen, how it comes to you, we've opened it up, but the idea is they are a pair of scissors, but whether you're left or right-handed, it is perfectly cushioned no matter what angle you hold these in.
American crafts they pride themselves on the quality of the tools that they supply. And Carla Bagshaw, a very good friend of mine who is the ambassador for American crafts, just sings their praises constantly. When she found out that American crafts were coming to HobbyMaker, she was over the moon.
Yeah, she's very excited.
They're the best quality products in the world as far as she's concerned. And I agree with that. I really, really do.
Their innovation, I think, is absolutely second to none. But listen, so I just wanted to... Could we just bring the details in for this? You can see straight away. So it's QG4632. QG4632. Do you know what? I think previously we bought this to you for around about $14.99, I think. Okay. Let's go $8.99. There we go, say 9, so let's take an extra pound.
And he's got the power, he can do that.
Let's go $8.99 on these, because I know there will be people who can't... The only reason I did it, because we're about to talk some other scissors.
Yep.
We've got some HobbyMaker scissors come out for you. Brilliant value for money, but I know there'll be some people who can't use those kind of scissors.
Yep.
Okay, so I wanted to start with these because they're getting from a brand name that you know, world-renowned, well-trusted, about £8.99. And I do know that the stock is getting scarce because it takes a long time for us to get We Are Memory Keepers items back in.
And the cushion grip on there is so comfy. Nothing's going to stick into your knuckles or your thumb or anything like that. It's absolutely cushioned all the way around the handles. So if that's why you can't cut or use scissors very well, this could be your saving grace. This could be the answer. And at $8.99, the quality of the cut is superb as well.
Absolutely. And again, as you would expect with We Are Memory Keepers, they are sharp right the way to the tip. So whether you're doing like really fine, fussy cutting or you're just cutting in straight lines, you want to ensure... We all know what you use scissors for. These are specifically designed for paper and card. You know, again, these aren't the ones that you want to get confused with the ones used in the kitchen or anything like that, or cut people's hair with or anything like that. They are designed to be used in the craft arena, but it's all about that comfort grip. And do you know, if you want to find out more about it, if you go onto our website and just type in comfort grip, you'll find, I know we've sold out of a couple of items recently, but you'll find that we have quite a few items. In fact, just here, there we go, you can see you've got the scissors soft grip on there right now. But you'll find a number of different items from the Comfort Grip, Comfort Craft range.
And don't forget, of course, American Crafts. All of our brands that supply us here at HobbyMaker have got brand shops on our website. So hobbymaker.co.uk. If you, I don't know, what if you want to see something from, I don't know, think of a brand, Hunky Dory, you want to see something maybe from Crafter's Companion, want to see something from Sweet Dixie, whatever it might be, have a look on our website because all the brand shops are there and things that are available, even if they're not on air, you can still order them at any time, provided there's stock available.
Our producer will show you that. So we go to our website,
here we are,
hobbymaker.co.uk. There we go, click on brands, here are all different brands. So let's click on We Are Memory Keepers, Alex. Let's do it. So go click onto there. There we go. You'll see there are all the items. What we've got in stock right at the moment. Oh, that bookbinding guide is excellent. Carla showed us that. It was on my birthday. We've also got the cinch
accessories.
Yeah,
the
glitter
vacuum
we've just been talking about on there as well. We've got a whole range of items. Oh, cutter bees. They're back in stock, by the way.
Oh, okay.
As you can see.
7 5-star reviews there for cutter bees.
Many people's favourite scissors ever.
Oh, right.
Favourite scissors ever, the original cutter bee scissors. I think it's to do with the fact that, now obviously, as long as you can use them, so they're different from the Comfort Grip, but I think it's the fact that they are incredibly sharp, right the way towards the
precision
tip.
cutting.
Yeah, so if you do fussy cutting, for example, if you like, Carla's a big fan of it, for cutting quilling strips, for example, they are superb. They're from EK Success and they're on our website right now.
By the way, we've actually done a little bit of a web search. You can actually find We Are Memory Keepers soft grip scissors on another website for £13 at the moment.
Wow, okay.
So our price, really good compared to that. So they're out there for that sort of price and worth every penny of that.
And again, really good reviews on Google there as well for all those scissors. So again, I just want to mention that because I know there'll be some people who'll be thinking, oh, that's exactly what I need. And if you've already treated yourself to the calendar today, you're paying no extra post and packaging to go for those. But listen, the reason I wanted to do that is because our producer wanted to go and have a look at some other set of scissors that we have available for you.
Now, these have actually been manufactured specifically for us. We're actually getting tools made just for us, kind of bypassing the middleman, aren't we? Now?
Yeah, absolutely. It's something we're able to do, and that's because obviously we're part of a large company. We're part of Gemporia Craft, which is Sewing Street and Jewellery Maker, and they themselves are part of Gemporia. Of course, Gemporia is a channel that's been running for many, many years. So, you know, they are some of the finest jewellers in the world. So we are able to source items and be able to make them to our specifications, and again pass those savings on to you.
Now,
so you're going to see a lot more of this.
I reckon for what you're paying for these 3 scissors, you'd expect to pay for just 1 pair. And you've got 3 different sizes. You can see, hopefully, the build quality that we've got here. They're beautifully coloured in purple and pink, so they're going to stand out in your craft room. And you know that they are your craft scissors, not to be used for other jobs around the home. But you get 3 different lengths. You've got your 5.6, your 8.5, and your 9.2-inch blades on those, stainless steel.
Perfect. So again, you can keep one. So maybe the smaller one that would be used for your fussy cutting. Maybe the middle one you might use for paper. Maybe the longer one you use for card. If you're someone who likes to go into soft crafts, you might decide to keep one of the larger ones for specifically your soft craft projects. All right, but listen, let's bring the price down, shall we?
Okay.
All right, so we'll bring these down to, well, listen, we talked about, I know these are specialists, very, very specialist. They came to $8.99 for one.
Yep.
So what price do you think we would talk about here? Let's say if it was kind of like, I think a good price for these might be about $19.98. So if they're $9.99 each, $19.98 for 3,
Yeah.
I think
Be
it'll
like
be
getting one free.
Pretty good. Getting one for free. But you know what? We haven't got time to draw this out. Let's go straight down. Let's go to $9.99.
Wow. Under a tenner for 3 brand new pairs of scissors, and they are razor sharp, tip to tip cutting as well. And they've actually got that lovely kind of iridescent colour to the blades, like oil on water. Like
So what, I'm going to take these out just so you can see exactly.
I did a little bit of a demo yesterday.
Oh, well, I think I saw you do
with the tissue paper, because if you've got scissors in your craft room right now, and you try and cut tissue paper, which is wafer thin, with blunt scissors or blades that aren't as strong, as sharp as they should be, you can see here, this, can I have the longer ones?
Yeah, sure. There you go.
Let me just show you with the longer ones. Look, it cuts tissue paper absolutely perfectly.
Nice.
It's not tearing, it's not snagging, it's not ripping. I mean, if those blades were blunt or not as sharp as they are, basically the tissue paper would just kind of go between the blades.
Yes, it would. It would
So
fold
the
over.
thinner the paper, the harder it is to trim, especially with dodgy scissors. These are going to self-sharpen themselves every time you use them as well, because the blades go against each other. Now, Julie in Hampshire's in, a brand new crafter's also in for these as well, and they've got that oil-on-water finish to the blades, which I think is lovely. It's almost like a unicorn sort of effect.
There is a word for that, and I can never ever remember what it
Verdigris,
is.
is it?
Is it iridescence? Is that the word?
Or verdigris?
I thought there was an actual other word that described that oil on water. Maybe it is iridescence. Maybe I'm dreaming of a word, but I should find out what that is. Okay, we'll find out live. There we go. We've got the internet, Dave. Look at that.
We have.
We're very 21st century. What is there a word for it? What is it? Find out. What can you see there?
We'll try and
We'll find out what that is.
But it's just lovely. I mean, it's kind of, I think of unicorns when I see that sort of.
I know what you mean. It's got a fantasy look, isn't it? And again, the reason for that is so that they stand out on your work surface. So it means that, you know, because the one thing I've learned about crafters is you can start with a great big empty desk, eventually you're all working in an A4 space, because that's what every crafter does, surrounded by their items. So you can't find anything. So we wanted these to stand out. They've got a nice weight to them as well. And again, the handles, if you can quite see this.
That's it.
Anodizing, thank you.
Anodized blades.
Wonderful, thank you. I'll try and remember that. But again, you can see you've got almost like a silicone, as opposed to like a soft rubber, like a silicone effect on the inside. So if you're using these over a period of time, they shouldn't cause any problems.
Well, Kathleen's got it in a basket, so has Lorraine in South Yorkshire. Jean and Julie have checked out already on these. $9.99, $3.33 per pair, if you want to split it into the 3. And they come in that presentation box as well, so really well presented. And basically, you're getting, I think, at least £20-25 worth of scissors there for under a tenner, because they're coming direct from the manufacturer, direct to us, bypassing the middleman. We haven't put any branding on there or anything like that. They're just basically good scissors at a great value price. Absolutely.
Andy Scissorhands are saying in the gallery. And the good news is, if you treat yourself to the calendar or you've gone for the microfiber class, you've already paid your P&P for the day. So that is your delivered price at £9.99. It strikes me that scissors, for most crafters, you can almost not have too many of them.
No, exactly. Now, I know yesterday, when I did the discount show yesterday, we have the tissue paper. We've still got that available. Now, that's something that you don't normally see for sale. Where do you where do you go to buy tissue paper? But when you're making a present, when you're making a box and putting maybe some jewellery inside it, to put it with tissue paper inside is just the ultimate luxury. It's the sort of thing that department stores offer.
It is a touch of class to be able to add to your gift giving. But also, let's not forget, if you've got a die cutting machine, have you ever tried to, one way to really get a large coverage of area with utilising your dies and die cutting machines is actually cut through tissue paper. Now, the size of these, we can probably work this out, Dave, they look like A2.
I think you're right, yeah. And you get 6 of each. You get 6 of the yellow, 6 of the blue, 6 of the pink, and 6 of the black. But you also get 2 packs of shredded tissue as well, and you get 6 suede out pouches. Now these, where on earth would you find this? If you make jewellery, and Jewellery Maker's on the way, of course, and Sewing Street's on the way in about 5 or 6 minutes' time, these, if you go to a jeweller's to try and buy pouches or boxes, they will not sell them to you.
No.
Unless you buy a piece of jewellery. So
Exactly.
where do you get them from?
So again, you're getting them here. So, but also it could be for you to put, well, anything in there, of course. But, if you're making like earrings, rings, they would fit in there absolutely perfectly. Now, interestingly enough, on our description, it says that you're getting 2 of each colour. You are getting 3.
You are getting 3
of each colour.
You get a set of blue and a set of black. So you get 2 sets, but there's 3 in each. So that's 6 in total with the shredded tissue and also the individual sheets of tissue paper as well. And, just scrunching one of them up, a little bit of this goes a long way. So if you've got a box and you've got maybe a candle inside it or jewellery inside it, and it's going to rattle around inside the box, Alex is telling me off he's got to put this all away.
Dave obviously has got to put this away in a minute, so don't scrunch up too much, Dave. Don't make too much mess. Too much mess.
I mean, where'd you get it from? You get it from us.
Yeah, that's true.
For a $9.99 should be the price. That's not what you're paying today. And remember, if you've bought anything, like Andy said already, if you bought the calendar, you've already paid your P&P, this is going to be a delivered price for you, $4.99.
Now, if you went to a department store, now most department stores, we can kind of get everything. They will have a gift wrapping centre. You can buy gift wrap.
Did you see Love Actually?
I have seen
Over
it.
Christmas with Rowan Atkinson in the department store.
Oh, yes, yes.
Wrapping the gift.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what I always think of.
For $4.99, genuinely, I think you might get that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You might get, not to be dismissive of this, but that's all I think you get for $4.99. You get so much more here at HobbyMaker. And I think there's enough here, Dave, that you could incorporate it within your crafting. But I also think, we can't show this, obviously, but they're just reminding us in the gallery, they're playing Love Actually. And it's work-related. They're playing a movie for us to see that moment. So there we go, you can see it there. That's right. See, we're not used to that, Dave, are we? Very
Absolutely.
good. All right, so £4.99, exceptional value for money.
It really is. And, you pay that easily for a couple of these suede up pouches. So if you maybe make earrings or pendants, or maybe you're a coin collector or you're looking for pouches to keep those in.
Yes,
you can actually put a little fastener on it if you wish to, or just tuck in the top. You get 6 of those. You get all of those sheets of tissue paper and the shredded paper as well for £4.99. Now, the last minute of this show this morning, we're back at 1 o'clock this afternoon, of course, with HobbyMaker during the afternoon between 1 and 6.
Indeed.
We've got Clever Prints, brand new, coming up later on.
Very exciting.
Very
1 and
exciting.
3. Yes, brand new items.
And 3 hunky-dory shows with Anne-Marie.
Absolutely. So another very, very good day here on HobbyMaker.
But your calendar, it's a treat. Maybe you've just woken up now, coming up to 5 to 8. We launched the HobbyMaker calendar an hour ago. Now literally hundreds of you are owning this. Remember, not only is it a great price at $9.99 and it's an organiser as well, but you've also got that discount code on there giving you 20% off one purchase during the year of 2023. So if you're buying a big machine later in the year, when you buy it, put that code in, you'll get 20% off.
Absolutely, well worth going for. And again, it's another collectible as well. It's going to go the same way again of our pin badge that we launched earlier on the shed, so about our half birthday. Most common question I get asked, any more pin badges? No, we don't have any more of that particular colour. So get yourself, well, an opportunity to have something, a little gift from us to you here at HobbyMaker.
Sewing Street and Jewellery Maker, both on the way. I'll see you at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Thanks.
Bye.